See, they could go up to a lot of other people and say a lot of other things. They could go up to a lot of folk, but they can't come up to me because I've been right about everything I said. And it's the weirdest thing because I'm watching them like get besides themselves. They got a lot of emotions, but they don't know what to do with them. You know what I mean? They feeling a lot of things right now, but they don't know what to do, you know? They mad, like they're obviously mad. They're very upset. Yo, I got who you got, homeboy. Yo, whoever you got, I got them too. How about that? Yeah, they hate you, boy. But stop me when I tell a lie. You can't. That's why you can't stop me because I haven't told the lie. You had Javi tag me, right? Because I guess Javi actually went to the fight. Javi went to the fight and he took a video of all the people that was there. And I guess he didn't realize that that you just showed me that the upper level was empty, right? I'm gonna use that in one of the episodes of the relay tomorrow. He was like really trying to like gloat that look, it's mad people here. And he didn't realize that still image that I used in the last two videos. That's from a video that Javi sent me. And in the image, in the video, you can see the whole upper level's empty. It's empty seats all up there. It's empty seats. Thanks, Javi. Right? And then you had Jerry Soriano. I don't know why this motherfucking nut job is tagging me. He asked to see the video where David Benavidez, where David said that Jayo Pataya is not popular and that he doesn't really feel like fighting him until he gets some marquee value. This was before he was stripped of the IBF title. This was before that. This is before he fought Brandon Glanton. And there was another video of his father. He was saying the same thing that, oh, well, nobody know that dude. What we going to fight him for? So I tagged Jerry to both interview. I tagged them to both because, he asked. And I tagged him to them. Well, I posted the links for him. And, he want to keep going. Because the shit it's what I told y'all. Y'all don't feel comfortable y'all don't really feel comfortable saying that somebody's good unless I say they're good. You don't value your opinion, and I don't either. You value mine. Why else would y'all be keeping up with me? Why else would y'all spend that much time worrying about little old me and what I think about the fight and what I said? Why? Why would you take any amount of time out of your day to worry about what little old Ring IQ talking about? Boxing Ego likes David. The boxing voice. They love David over there. Two-Tone love David. I'm pretty sure Showbiz loves him too. David has enough American content creators eating out of the palm of his hand. Why should you be worried about little old me? My channel's smaller than his. It's because this the channel that told you Stephen Fulton was going to get his ass beat. This the channel that told you Spence was going to get his ass beat. This the channel that told you Fury's going to lose to Usyk. This is the channel. This the channel that told you Ino is going to beat Nakatani. Mungia is going to win. Mungia is going to beat Resendiz. This is the channel. All them other dudes, a lot of them other dudes just want to be influencers. They don't even know how to analyze boxing. They don't know what they looking at. They don't know a cross from a straight. They don't know. They don't know a parry. They can't discuss the virtues of the shell. They can't do it. That's why you got a lot of people like, I'm loving it because porque ese tipo ganó. They don't know what to do. They mad at me, but they don't know how to be mad, like what to do with the anger. It's nothing you can do because I'm right about every fucking thing. Every fucking thing I said is what's going on. I'm telling you, he ain't gonna fight Jai Opataya because he not about that life. He not gonna fight him. That's not gonna happen. Right now, what he's hoping is that because he's younger than Bivol and better beef, he can maybe use that to his advantage. But there is a caveat. You go back down to light heavyweight, you're not gonna feel good, you know? Now you figure that you've found a way to do that, likely some banned substances, which once again, I'm okay with it. I don't really give a shit about pets, to be real with you. But you figure that you can test tube your way back to the light heavyweight division because you view those guys as being more safe than Jai Opataya. So you'll take your chances with them. That's and that's a big maybe because I don't think he's gonna go back to light heavyweight. I personally don't. I don't you know? But you could sit there saying that shit. And because the American media is so hungry for a story and an icon and an idol, they'll eat it up without ever asking, what is the likelihood that a guy who just fought at cruiserweight is going to go back down to light heavy? A guy who walks around at 2 and change. I see all these people in the media, all of them, eating out of the palm of his hand. And I'm like, well, look, I guess you guys have just abandoned common sense. Because how many times do you actually see a fighter do that? A man, not a woman, because we all know the men don't fluctuate in weight like the women do. We'll see if David goes back to light heavyweight. Y'all better hope he does, because that's the promise he made y'all. George asks, restart Anthony Yard's career. Who's his coach? Don Charles for me. You're saying we're at the beginning, he never lost a fight, and you want a trainer who can bring the most out of that fighter? If it's a UK trainer, all right, understand what Anthony's strengths are. Anthony's not gonna sit here being cerebral and fencing and gliding around the ring. Those are not the things that he's good at. You need someone who's gonna accentuate the things that he's good at. And I believe that Don Charles would bring the best out of Anthony more than any other UK trainer. That doesn't mean he's going to be perfect. That doesn't even mean he's going to be unbeaten. But he is going to have a lot more to show for his career than he has right now. Because I believe that Don Charles could do for Anthony, could have, right, in this scenario, he could have done for Anthony what he's currently doing for Daniel Dubois. You're a bruiser at the very most. You're not a boxer's boxer. You're a bruiser. But you could see that Anthony kind of has an identity issue that you want to be a boxer. You want to roll punches off the shoulder and set up counters when what you're good at is that you're physically strong. You were explosive. I don't know about now. You were explosive. You have power. And those are the things you need to accentuate. You need to stop. Well, I think it's a little bit too late now anyway. But I think that what he needed was, stop trying to be a boxer's boxer. You don't have the pedigree for that or the temperance for that. The physical gifts that you have, you should either be a pressure guy or a boxer puncher, but not a boxer's boxer. You're a mid-range to inside fighter. You throw good body punches. You've got good power. In the exchange, you're dangerous. And what you would have been better off doing is focusing on your offense, because defensively, come on, Hey, Jules, did you see the Flores yeah, I seen that. Flores, Lucero, and Fierro. Yeah, I think Fierro really won that fight. If you want my opinion, I think Fierro really won that fight by like 2-3 rounds. But they gave it to Duarte, and I picked Duarte, so I was right. I mean, like, can't argue with results, man. Shout out to Tom. Did you see the interview where David's father said they want to fight? Yeah, I seen that goofy shit. Them dudes is not on the same page, because David literally said this week, I'm not ready for Usyk. He said that. I'm not ready for Usyk. He said, I'm not going to heavyweight yet. Them guys up there is too big. But his dumbass daddy, so que se va a hacer? Shout out to George. Okay, and if he moved to America, who would he go to then? Okay, if you're talking about an American trainer who would be a good fit for him, Derek James, Derek James, or I don't want no boxer trainers. I don't want no trainers that is on the homo ass sweet science gay shit. He's already on that train now, and you see it's not helping him. You need guys who are going to sharpen his offense. I would sooner say, I would sooner say, what's somebody offensive? Somebody who's going. I would say, I would say Manny. I would say Manny before a lot of guys because the thing is, he's already on that wannabe boxer shit. He's already on that shit, that defense, that fake trying to be slick. He already on that shit. And you see how he is. When what you have, the gifts that you have, you need to be more offensive and you need to initiate that offense. Those are the things that you need to be better at because that's what you have. That once you let your hands go, you're a very dangerous guy. You want to be stepping into your punches, doubling up on the jab instead of the shell, use the high guard because if you're coming forward, you're better off in this than this, right? And I think either you get him Derek James because Derek isn't a bad trainer. What he did with Errol was still good. He's not a bad trainer. You get him a Derek James or a Manny Robles, somebody who's gonna make him more aggressive and focus on the aggression. Nah, Salas is gonna have him boxing, bro. Salas is gonna have him boxing, Jose. He's gonna have him boxing. Tú no ves que he wants to be a boxer, but he's a bruiser. El lío con él, he has all the ingredients to be a great bruiser and a great pressure guy, but he wants to be a boxer, and that's how they train him. And he's been that way forever. How you think he got beat by a fucking jab? Lyndon Arthur beat him with little more than a jab. Because Lyndon didn't do nothing else. He just jab, jab, jab. Y aquí está tú con esta vaina, con esta vaina. Yo, you should have been in this joint, bro. Devontae, what it do?
What's up, Jules? How you doing?
What you thought about because I do want to talk about the Inoue fight, but the spicier subject is David. Let's be real, like David is the spicy subject, you know.
Yeah,
You
I
know what's
mean, oh, go
let
ahead,
me
go ahead.
let me tell you, the wildest shit. I ain't gonna get into specific numbers, but the wildest shit is I made more dough at the ass crack of dawn watching two little Japanese guys fight than with David. But they telling me that he the face of boxing. I'm like, well, that ain't what this ad revenue show. But hey, you
I
know,
mean, did you see in the morning when they showed the Tokyo Dome? They showed it multiple times. They went around the whole arena. That joint was packed
it
out.
was it
With
was sick.
Takuma fight, when Takuma was fighting, bro, that joint was
It
packed
was
out.
packed out, and I'm like, and I know that all these years that I've been covering Inoue, it's rare that I go live for one of his fights, right? Because I did go live for the Fulton fight, but I didn't go live for MJ, and I think I didn't go live for MJ and one other one, but I did go live for Neri, I believe, and Fulton, and I went live this weekend for Junto. And the metrics is always like, yo, dog, I don't know why I don't do that shit more often because it pays. Like, yeah, every
Yeah.
time I cover that little man, I get paid. You know what I mean? Whereas, David, I made some good money with David. Good money. It was okay. But not as much as I made with
Nah,
Eno.
nah,
Not as
that was a super fight. That was a super fight. And
so
they treated it like a super fight.
yeah, so what did you think about David yesterday? What were your thoughts? Was it what you thought it was going to be? Were you surprised? And what do you think is going to happen moving forward?
No, I picked David to stop I put David to stop Zerto when Zerto said he was going to retire. When he said, I got 2 fights left, I said, okay, David's going to stop him. It wasn't so
Mm,
much for me what David did, it was what Zerto didn't do. I
mm,
didn't see, and see this from this, it looked like the Ugas fight with Spence. When
mm.
Ugas stood in front of Spence before the fight, when he fought Pacquiao, he was using his jab, moving and doing his thing. And Zerto, you didn't make one southpaw pivot, not one.
That's
You
true.
stood in front of this dude, and you can say people can say what they want. The fight looked fixed to me. You didn't
Okay,
make one
that's what I was.
southpaw.
That was what I was going to ask you. Do you think that he threw the fight? Is that what you said? You think he threw the fight?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
It looked like
I,
the Spence Ugas fight.
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that. I don't think he threw the fight. Devontae. I don't think he threw the fight. I don't think he threw the fight. Um, but I do think that he fell into habits, sort of like muscle memory, because everything that he had been doing for the last 4 fights, he didn't do any of it. Just like you said, he didn't hit a pivot, didn't stay behind the jab, didn't use the ring, none of the stuff that he's been doing. He didn't do none of it. And I think it's because he fought this guy before. So he's fighting now the way that he fought him before. And the way that he fought at 68, they're like, yeah, it's kind of like you just fell into pressure fighting. Because if you look at what he did through round 1 and round 6, you coming forward, you trying to get your lick back, you trying to stick it on him when that's not what you've been doing. That's not what you've been doing. But go ahead. Go ahead.
I just put like I say, as far as when he was saying I got 2 fights, like you saying I got 2 fights, like you didn't look like you came to win. That's and like I say, why wouldn't you that's even more so. If you sparred David over 100 rounds, you know he's faster than you. You know what his strong suits are. You didn't make David use his feet none. Even when you fought Bivol, you used your pivots, but Bivol pivoted with you. You
Yeah,
didn't use not one pivot.
I agree. I agree. Jose, what did you think about the fight, and was it what you thought it was gonna be?
I
Um.
mean,
Oh wait.
I knew
No,
Davis
wait.
would
There's
have
two
won.
Jose's up here. There's two Jose's up here. I'm talking to Dominican Jose, my cousin, and then I'm going to Jose from Mexico, my cuñado. Go ahead,
Indeed.
Jose, my cousin.
Okay, primo, mire. Um, I think I knew David would have won by hook or by crook. Me myself, I didn't expect David to knock them out. Um, I think Sudo would have like give away, give up the fight either way, because he had like the wrong game plan from the beginning. Just like giving himself up, giving up the thing have got him to the dance, which is the back foot game, and he was
Mm,
trying to like bring the pressure to David, which didn't work at the end of the day.
mm-hmm.
But something that I noticed, the shot that broke this guy's eye, I noticed that it was like a little bit of an elbow. I was replaying a little
Bueno,
bit of a bit because for me it was
bueno,
like, yo, that didn't make sense.
bueno.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, it was funny too. I mean, I know it's kind of cruel because we're talking about somebody's health, but la forma que Zurdo cayó, manito, él parece que estaba llorando. Y que,
Manín, ¿tú sabes lo que es? Él se cayó la manera que yo me caigo si hay una avispa. Yo me pongo así.
"Ah,
¡Ay!
¡Ay,
¡Ay!
Dios! ¡Dios
¡Ah!
mío!
Él se cayó como que le dieron en la cara con la bola. Like when you.
Ja- Cuando
Yeah.
tu
¡Ah!
mamá te iba a dar golpe, tú a veces, you didn't like, act like you were crying, but you really didn't, and then you open your eyes real quick, see if she's actually staring at you and shit.
Yeah, like he fell. Devontae, you know when your mom about to hit you with the belt? When she about to hit you?
I know you about to go.
Yeah, he was almost in the fetal position, bro.
When she about to hit you. Ah!
Yo te voy a decir una vaina, man, también. The way they gassing this win out is fucking crazy. I mean, it was impressive. I don't want to lie. I was not expecting
Yeah.
that
So that
fucking
was a
shit.
question that I was gonna ask you. Are you impressed? Now Devontae already said he's basically not impressed because he believes Zerto threw the fight. You're saying you are impressed because you didn't think he was gonna knock him out.
I still impressed because the thing is, he did it like the OG way. He outboxing and then he knocked his bitch ass out. So, yeah, of course I'm impressed. But again, he knew this guy for a long time. I don't gonna go as far as he to the fight, but wrong game plan. You didn't do the things you knew it was better for these guys. You know, um, so and so forth, man. Like I'm still impressed, man. It's not so much you can take away from David. The bitch assness when he was calling out Canelo, yeah, it was kind of like got me
We'll,
like,
we'll
okay.
we'll get into that. We'll get into that. We're not gonna
But no, I'm,
segue
I'm
into that just
impressed. No,
yet.
I'm impressed with David.
Shout out,
Kudos to
shout out
him.
to George. Holy cocoa butter. Damn, warn me next time, Jules. Now I'll try to catch y'all off guard. Jose Micuñao,
You're
what did you think? Are you impressed?
first of all, hold on. I know that's Chloe on the right. Who there on the left, real quick?
Kerry Hilson. Kerry Hilson.
Anyways,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But no, I think overall I was impressed with the fight because I mean going into the fight I had David winning. I just didn't think he would win like that. So that impressed me. But having said that, Zerto was very, very Jesus. It was very, very slow in that fight. um it just I it's almost like that thing like, well, it's about damn time you did something, David. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's what I got from that fight. I was still impressed, but it's like, okay, about damn time you did something.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Chloe, baby. Fuck yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let me go to Virtuoso. Virtuoso. What did you think about the fight? Are you impressed?
You know what? I think I kind of agree that whoever said that he fought the wrong fight because he fought Benavidez the same way he fought Chris Smith. You know, he's a guy that the last guy he fought, he was less defensively responsible. Um,
Yeah.
but I think I was impressed with by David. I think he was a much better boxer, you know, than the last guy Zura fought. Um, really, it's his best win because is this the first like reigning champion he's fought?
The first was Anthony Durrell, and that kind of, I mean, like he only
Uh,
had a belt
uh,
because you got
I,
stripped. So it's like,
wait a minute. I thought he fought. Wasn't that he fought? And I know Montero pointed this out. He fought Graville for the vacant title, right?
yeah, that
But
was
then,
vacant. It was vacant because Badu Jack moved up,
yeah. But
and then
then Darrell
after
picked it
that,
up.
and no, Gavril
Oh,
didn't
okay.
pick it up. They fought for the vacant title. There,
No,
there
I
was
meant
no
Darrell.
champion.
Darrell picked it up
Oh
at
yeah,
first, right?
Darrell picked it up. Darrell picked it up, but it wasn't that time. Darrell picked it up after he got stripped for the coke. Then he fought
Right.
Darrell for it, and then he got stripped for the weight. Remember?
Yeah. I always
But
get those shits mixed
he's
up. But
never
yeah,
fought a prime champion, huh, Jules?
I mean, if
yeah.
you want to count Anthony Darrell, like
But you know,
No.
I'm not gonna take that win away from him because this is um, it's about time he fought somebody. It's like bigger than him. And he exceeded my expectations because I thought it was gonna go to decision. So there you go.
so you don't sound impressed, Virtual.
Yeah, you
Because
sound like country.
I gotta hear it for the fucking fans, bro. Fuck these motherfuckers.
Because he's fucking like he said. It took him 3 minutes to say, "Yeah, I'm really not impressed," but good. Brim, are you impressed? Brim, are you impressed?
Yeah, David Benavidez impressed me with the speed at that weight and doing it in the fashion that he did it. Now, I picked him to win by UD initially, then at the dessert awards started leaning towards stoppage. But the reason why I gotta curtail things is because people go overboard with Benavidez, and that's why my name right now is premature crowning Brim, because I see him on number 2 pound for pound list. Like slow the fuck down, please. Like he finally arrived. He's here. Okay, the haters of Benavidez will acknowledge it. But all you guys that's standing for him, slow the fuck down and let him prove some more, please. And
Yeah,
thank
for
you.
real.
Drew, are you impressed? Is it what you thought? And did David sort of change your mind? With what
Uh,
he did.
I'm impressed that he can still continue to keep up the lies he keeps up in the press conferences and how he. Case in point, look at how Inoue talked and Junto talked. Look how Sebastian Hernandez talked. honestly about what's going on as a fighter. This motherfucker lies, says, "Oh, we can't make these fights. We can't do this." You fought a dude that's already ready to retire, that you fought over 100 rounds with. Put the fucking nuance into perspective. David, it was impressive. You knocked out a guy that's already contemplating retirement. Cool, great. You've had chances to do that with Better Be Bivol. You left fucking Saudi before the main event, but you want to cry that Canelo left your fight before the main event. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Fuck
I,
that shit.
I feel the fucking passion, Drew. Like I fucking feel it, bro. It's pulsating. Jason,
It's
are you
pulsing like that
impressed?
vein.
Yeah, yeah, on the shaft. Um,
God damn.
Jason,
Don't give a fuck if it's yo.
Jason,
Listen, I'm looking at the clock. So to hit midnight, y'all do something. I'm sending that shit to the bounties.
listen, bro. It's action time. Jason, there are very few people as sarcastic and dry as Jason on the panel. Are you impressed? Is it what you thought? And are you impressed?
Oh, I was really impressed that he, stopped a guy who was contemplating retirement. I was really impressed that he. I'm trying to be funny about this, but really, I'm more disappointed in Zerto than anything else.
Mm.
Like Zerto, I thought you were gonna lose Zerto. I picked Benavidez to win like everyone else, but I thought you'd do something other than get the shit kicked out of you because Benavidez fucked him up. Like
Yeah, he did.
Benavidez, have you seen the list of injuries on him? It was more than just a
No.
shattered orbital bone. He broke his fucking teeth.
No. Look. He kicked the crap out of the guy. But my thing is, all the nuance is taken out of the conversation. He knows this guy. He thought he only took this fight because it was an easy lick. Like, is that not obvious? He sparred him for over 100 rounds, so he knows exactly what he's signing up for. This is not Terrence going to super middle and fighting Canelo. No, it's not. This is not Inoue going to super bantam and fighting Stephen Fulton. Like it's not, bro. No one really thought Zerto was gonna win. Nobody really thought, like,
Nope.
bro. Even I didn't think that. So
This is not fucking Usyk
Drew,
going into Latvia.
there you
Oh,
go. If even I didn't think that, shouldn't that be telling you something? Like, I didn't
yeah.
think Zerto was gonna
Gentlemen,
win.
going into the fight, if we put a percentage on it, it was 85-15, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Jules always brings this up. Usyk going into Latvia, Russia. That is some shit like, oh, motherfucker. Like, you crazy, motherfucker.
Going into Latvia for Breedis and Russia for Gassiev and Poland for Glavatsky, and then going to the UK to defend your belts against Tony Bellew, and I believe the first Joshua fight was in the UK. Okay,
Yeah.
that's impressive. That is impressive. You're fighting an old sparring partner. You know what really, before I pass it over to Herb, what irritates me about the whole thing is that the media deliberately goes along with it. You got the Canobio and the Zattel and the Raheem, and you guys are acting so amazed that he beat this guy that nobody thought was going to win. Like, well, let me read the super chat. Shout out to George. Is this Zerto's cherry pick gone wrong? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because for Zerto, that's what it was. Why would he choose to fight David, moving up in weight, instead of unifying with Jai for a Saudi bag? Why would he do that? Because he thought it was gonna, he thought this is easier than that. So I'm gonna do this, and that's what American boxing is, fellas. Before I pass it to Herb and smoke the cigarette, that's what American boxing is. Michael Montero's response, the genius of Michael Montero, it encompassed a lot of emotions in one sentence. It's like, here we go. It was like, here we go again, bro. You're not about fighting the best, okay? You see all these fucking mouth breathers in the media lapping it up like something amazing happened when this guy's not going to fight the best. He has no history of doing that. None. And he didn't do that yesterday. He didn't. Herb, what do you think?
I think that I don't think it was a cherry pick. I think that they had something worked out behind the scenes, man. Oscar told him, man, it's time to let these belts go. Zerto and we got other things for you. I think it was a business deal,
Thank
and
you, Herb. The fix was in.
You think it was a fix, Herb?
I think it was something because I mean you see Zerto's whole attitude and about the you've seen his whole demeanor about the whole fight, build up to the fight. It wasn't, it wasn't fiery like he really was up for the job. And I think it was just his time to go. And the Oscars made him sign off on that shit. Time to go, Zerto. And what really only impressed me was that I didn't think that he'll get stopped because he was so much huger than David. That's the only thing that
Mhm.
really impressed me. That's about it.
To your point, Herb, and to your point, Drew, and to your point, Devontae, what is bizarre, what really is bizarre, is Oscar was celebrating. Your
Thank
fighter
you.
lost.
Thank you.
Because he got that brown paper bag in the locker room after the
No, he
fight.
did. He
He
did
was
it
hyping him up before the fight too.
My God, there's a video of Oscar exiting the arena. Those were the greatest. Like, yo,
Oh my
dog,
God,
your
I can't let
fighter
it get fucked
lost,
up,
bro.
man.
Yo,
And if
yo,
I'm Virgil Ortiz's lawyer, that's another exhibit in arbitration.
I mean, how does it like? Why are you so happy? David's with the PBC, unless, and I already said this fucking shit. I'm getting tired of being right. Oscar would not have given, and I stand by this, Drew. Okay,
You called this when the
Oscar,
fight was announced, Jules.
I called it 2 years ago. There's no way Oscar gives David access to his champion without strings attached. Because when Shakur Stevenson had to fight William Zepeda, what he said, you got to sign the Golden Boy for that one. Yeah, you sign the Golden Boy or no fight. That's what Oscar said. So I think, okay, David might be a Golden Boy fighter now. Yeah, I could see that. You know why? PBC don't got nothing for you to do. What the fuck you gonna do over there? They don't got nothing for you to do. There's even David Morrell not over there. That dude is everywhere but the PBC right now. That dude is
They
all
don't got
over the
nothing
place.
for you and no money for you.
Don't got no money. They
They
don't
got
got no
nothing for you.
opponents. What you gonna do over there? I think
Right.
before I smoke this cigarette, yeah, I think him and Oscar. Was Oscar celebrating like that when Javante knocked out Ryan? No. Was
Nope.
Oscar celebrating like that when Shakur outpointed Zepeda? No. Was Oscar celebrating like that? What a great fight it was when motherfucking Santi Leon came over and beat the shit out your man. Rocha, remember that? Remember that? When he came over and beat the shit out you, was that fun? Nah, it wasn't. This was fun because David is with you now. You didn't lose yesterday.
I'm gonna
That's
need
why
y'all to clip
it's
that
fun.
up, and that better go on a next relay or a tweet because nobody's talking about that.
He
Of
got his
course they're
Don
not.
King on. De La Hoya
They,
got his best Don King impression.
now I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. Brim, take it away.
I sing Songs of Glory.
I wanna save it for when he comes back. Did you guys see? That's how I know this fight gonna flop. They already released the pay-per-view numbers for Inoue Nakatani.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
because
Oh, they
it
did.
broke
What
it
it do?
broke records. It did over
It did a
500,000.
500,000 pay-per-view buys.
No, it did
God
over
damn.
500. The record before was 500,
It did
500,000.
over 500 million. Then look at how fast they had that number
500,000. Yeah.
in the
They
digital
got
age.
huge.
And Drew,
Goes to showers.
you notice how they kept showing the arena of Japan? Like they kept showing the whole arena how that joint was packed out.
Yep.
They didn't do that at Davis fight. They just
Yep.
kept showing where the majority of the people was.
That was a catfish fight. They
Yeah.
made a girl and
No,
then
they showed the stadium. Did you see? They showed the stadium for a new age. Coppinger's like, look, it's 2 hours before the main event. It's already packed.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Bruh.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't know.
listen. I don't want to undermine David's performance, right? And I know a lot of us are going to at points in time, but I gotta keep it in the proper perspective because there's just too many people out here. Well, David Benavidez is number 2 pound for pound. Oh, no one can beat David Benavidez, and it's like, come on, bro. Like the sucking is too much, bro. You know what I
No,
mean?
well,
The
Brim,
crazy.
you could just put it in compartmentalize. Like the favorite won in a way that he was expected to win. So what's so fucking special about that?
He's
And
the
the
new
thing
Errol
Well, the
is,
Spence.
thing is, he's a career
I just want to chime
overachiever.
in real. I just want to chime in real quick to head off this point because I know someone will clip it and take it out of context. When people were saying the fix was in, they didn't mean that Zerto was paid to take a dive and got his ass. No. They meant that Oscar insisted that Zerto take a fight that he may not have wanted to, and what happened
Bro.
because he wanted to get
Listen,
Benavidez signing.
they brought out.
That's
Did
all.
you see what the
No,
judges said?
and then he
They
did
brought
the
out the dream
Heyman.
team.
He did the Heyman thing where like you take this fight, I'm gonna give you some money on the side that's not reportable to taxes. They've been doing that shit on that side.
Bro, I'm
What's up,
gonna tell you,
bro?
Zerto threw the fight, bro. I ain't gonna sit up here and lie to you,
I mean,
Yeah,
look,
Zerto didn't throw that
I,
fight.
I,
bro.
I ain't
Zerto
gonna.
threw
I don't
that
think Zerto's
fight.
I'm not
good
gonna
enough to throw the
front.
fight, to be
I
honest,
feel like
brother.
Zerto didn't
most
throw that
fuckery on
fight,
foot.
bro.
I mean, like I
They'll
said, they're
pay
not the
you to
same
take.
thing.
They'll pay you nice to take an ass whooping, but just
Hey,
like Zerto, we need you to go
bro,
along with this.
The
bro.
thing
Who
that
was
kind
his
of
coach?
like the thing that kind of like go ahead, go ahead.
Who was Zerto coach? Malik Scott, right? What did he do against Wilder? Exactly.
I mean,
No. You know what that is? Don't say exactly what that big old COA conspiracy. Hell no. Do not exactly me with that king
Man,
size
Jalen Shields
conspiracy
really his
theory right there.
coach.
Where's your tinfoil at right now? Go to your
nah, man.
kitchen and go get that aluminum
No,
foil
listen.
and make a hat
Look, man.
now.
Hey,
He
look,
didn't
man.
take
Look, man. Hang on,
one.
hang on.
Go
Broken
ahead.
orbital bone, bruised rib, mouth laceration, multiple broken teeth. You can't pay me enough to take that kind of an ass whooping. Like, I'm sorry. Like, when most
Bro,
stuff's
I'm
gonna
saying
go
like
into
No,
in the way he fought.
if he was gonna throw the fight, he would have just got beat up a little bit and get a one punch knockout in the third round.
But everybody
Not take that
know
type of beating.
Benavidez not a one punch knockout artist though. Everybody
Bro,
know that.
he took a beating. He ain't died, bro. He took a beating.
You know, boxers don't have shame when they take dives. We've seen that. Like,
But they don't. But okay, the Ugas versus Spence. Ugas didn't fight nothing like how when he fought Pacquiao.
Yeah, but you don't fight the same from fight to fight, depending on the style, though.
Bro, he didn't fight the fight. You know, you had Spence against the ropes, and then you didn't go after him.
well, part
You
of
had
that
Spence
was.
hurt.
Hang on.
Oh, with
I
Ugas?
won't blame Ugas.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you
I
get
thought
away
the
with this.
same
I'm not
shit
gonna let
too.
you because the Ugas Spence had some question marks, but I'm not gonna let you use those question marks and apply it to this
Okay.
fight.
How many southpaw pivots did you see Zerto take? 0. He stood right there in front of David.
Slow as hell.
He didn't show none of his new wrinkles that he learned after fighting Bivol in this fight. Nothing.
Thank you, Drew.
I hear you, but to me, that's just part of him mentally checking out. That's just part of me, like,
Thank
oh,
you.
No, it's like what they call in wrestling. It was a work. Like, you're gonna get your ass beat, but we're gonna pay you extra on the side, and this is what's best for business, and we'll take care of you. That happens in pro wrestling. That happens in MMA. That happens in combat sports.
I seen on my timeline that he's retired right now. They said Zoro has retired.
He said he was going to retire, like, that's what I'm telling Jay. Jason said it too. Like, he said, you know, 1 more, 2 more, and I'm done. Retire. Like, motherfucker, you was already checked out. This was your golden parachute.
And it ain't that damn golden though.
Right?
Because they poor Zoro, they sold him on the back end money, like it's Cinco de Mayo. We're gonna do numbers that motherfucker, that shit gonna flop.
On some real shit, like a lot of this shit in the American boxing scene is almost like watching a bunch of retarded kids marvel over a yellow crayon. It's like that shit didn't sell nothing. Fuck
Not
wrong
for
with
real.
y'all?
Because like the thing that kind of like irks me is that like people are blowing this one out of proportion. They're like, okay, he's a 3-division world champion. Keep in mind, this is only the second champion he took a title from.
And
For a 3-division world champion, you should have more to say for that.
And bear in mind that he spent a decade as a super middleweight. A decade. He was there for 10 years.
But Jules, he fought Anthony Durrell.
They'll scream a new way need to move up to 126 though.
Yeah. You know, that I think that with the fans, okay, the fans are just fucking stupid. That's, you know, that's the fans. They're just morons. But the people that actually cover the sport and know its ins and outs, they're so desperate for a new face or a new icon that they're pouring all their hopes into David. And I wouldn't say anything if it were actually working, because the ends have to justify the means. If this is a media creation, okay, get some money, but y'all not getting money. Y'all not, because his pay-per-views don't sell. You could cover him all day. I don't, you know, y'all wasn't here when I said this, but I ain't gonna get into numbers, but I made way more covering yesterday than David.
Yeah, dude, you did 7K. But the thing is, though, it was more competition though for the David. To be fair, it was more people.
No, there wasn't.
Maybe
there was a bunch of people going live for a new way. The Boxer Boys, Two Tone.
Let me put it to here's the thing, Brim. Here's the thing. I would agree with that, except that I'm talking about the ad revenue. The ad revenue is a little bit different than just, oh, you got a bunch of super
Just the core numbers. It's what you
the ad revenue usually indicates when something is trending a lot, because if something is trending a lot, the same commercials. You know, like you could get a video. Here's an example. You could have two videos, and let's say they both did 2,000 views, right? One subject was a unpopular subject, very niche, and the other subject was really, really good. That video, they'll have the same amount of ads, they'll have the same amount of views, but they will pay very differently. So it's not just that I did more numbers with Inoue than Benavidez, it's that the ad revenue was a lot more. You know, it was a lot more. And this is covering a fight at the ass crack of dawn. What else I wanted to tell you, Brim, is there were other people covering that fight because I checked. There were other big content creators, bigger than this one, that were covering that fight early in the morning. The Boxing Voice had a stream. Boxing Wave had a stream. A couple of the bigger channels, they had a stream going for that fight. So I wouldn't say it was because there was less competition. Put simply, I think one subject on the internet moved the algorithm more than the other. That's what I see, because that's how it looks. Like, yo, why the fuck is this paying so much more than that? And, you know, yeah, I got more views off of it, but also this is paying a lot more than that. The commercials are paying a lot more than that. So, you know, but go ahead, you know, media creation, keep pushing him. All I know is when Canelo fights in September, I anticipate David will not fight. And I would be surprised if he fights again this year. I really would, which allows us to segue to the next topic. Do you think he's going to fight Bivol, Brim?
Yeah.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
Fellas?
Being he sparred him 100 rounds, he gonna fight him.
Only if he gets him up at cruiserweight. He won't go back down to light heavyweight to fight him.
Well, that's part of it. That do you really believe when he says that he's going to go back down to light heavyweight? Do you really believe that's going to happen? And don't let me influence you. Think what you think.
No, he's
But
not
do you
going
think
No,
back.
I don't think he's gonna go back because the man can't tell a straight face. He can't. David is in the Samson Lekowitz school of telling the truth, which is I'm always gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'm 50-50
You know,
I don't
on
think
that. It's hard for me to say yes. It's hard for me to say no. It's like I think he could, but I'm not certain.
country. Oh, that's a country
Nah,
talk.
but Brim, yesterday he said I don't know why Jai Opatai would sign with Zuffa. We're not going over there, bro.
bro,
He fought
don't
on
get me
ring.
started
You fought on
That's
ring.
good talk.
Let's cut the
That's
bullshit,
good talk.
David.
Don't get me started on that, bro. Don't get me started
Yep.
on that.
And his
Respect.
dad was
So-
like, "Oh, Jai Bataille is a nobody before the
Yeah,
fight."
they
Shut the
never
fuck
keep
up,
their
though.
story straight. They never do. Both of them. But yo, I don't think
Yeah,
he's gonna
and the
he's gonna
same
fight
people.
again this year.
Good. Keep going. He's not going to fight this year.
He's not gonna fight again this year because he's gonna need time to go back down to 175. So he'll be back next year. That's what I think.
If he does go to 175, because the weird thing is you have the people that conducted these interviews, the people that spoke to Jose, the people that spoke to David, the people who were told, oh, well, nobody knows Jai, so what are we going to fight him for? Nobody know him. Maybe if he get his marquee value up. Those same people, like, so y'all not going to call that out? That before this guy even lost his belt, before he was even stripped of it, David didn't want to do it. And his father didn't want him to do it. Now y'all going to run with the new thing. Oh, well, he went to Zuffa, and you know, and that makes things. Yo, Zuffa just gave fucking Conor Ben 15 mil, bro. They money is green. Fuck is y'all talking about? Zuffa is in the process of making Conor Ben versus Ryan Garcia for a lot of fucking money. And according to Eddie Hearn, that's the fight for September. They just haven't announced it yet. If they make that fight, if that fight is made, if it gets made, y'all can't lean on this Zuffa bullshit. Oh, Zuffa, they don't want to work with. Yeah, bullshit, bro. Bullshit.
Okay, no,
Y'all
I gotta
y'all
step in.
are-
I gotta step in now, Jules.
Go ahead.
I get so fucking pissed off at this bullshit, and it's not just David. It's most of the Sean Zattels and all the other reporters in the world. You pieces of shit want Jai Opatai to be poor just for your moral grandstanding. None of you motherfuckers got on anybody. You didn't get on Zerto. You didn't get on Chris Smith Jr. You didn't get on anybody who was ducking Jai Opatai when he was having to fight
ladder
Breedis
pushers.
and
Yes.
Breedis to get anything going. But you pieces of shit want him to
Fucking
be poor.
Democrats.
D Styles summed it up perfectly when he quoted Dan on that shit. He said the same thing.
Fucking-
like, what the
Fucking
fuck was he supposed to do
liberals.
with-
Fucking liberals. You don't care about the fighters. When this guy was out in the cold without a promoter, because they don't get into the fact that Matchroom didn't offer him an extension. They didn't offer to re-sign him. He was just out in the wilderness, and they didn't give a shit. Zuffa picks him up, puts a lot of money in his pocket, puts him in a position to know we'll help you, because that's what they were trying to do. It's not like they didn't pay the sanctioning fee. They paid the sanctioning fee. They were going to do the mandatory. They accommodated him. And you guys rather lie about the whole fucking thing. And that's what they're doing now. Like, you guys are literally sitting around lying to each other and lying to yourselves about what happened. So it's just like Jason said, for some sort of fucking moral high ground, when you're like, how is it good that he wasn't going to have a promoter? How is that good? He's making more now than he would have made before. He's literally making more now than he was making before. But you're lying about it because it doesn't suit your narrative that, Zuffa's going to screw the fighters and they're going to steal.
Oh, Nico Ali Wash, you hear what he's tweeting? Pissing me the fuck off.
I'm so sick of that fucking fake ass busy bone looking motherfucker. Like, yo, dog, I don't give a shit who your grandfather was, bro. You not him. I really don't get. Your grandfather could be fucking Eddie Futch, Jack Blackburn, fucking Sonny Liston, and Ali, and I would not give a fuck because you still you. You see, you still you.
Nepotism higher.
He's worse than Connor Ben. Like, bro, at least at least Connor and Chris did their thing. You ain't even do your thing. You tried to do your granddaddy thing. You ain't even do your thing. Yo. And he's sitting there talking shit. And it's like, I guess what gets me is, look, boxing is a pretty bent sport. It really is. But it's also the ultimate microcosm for life that look at the extent they're willing to lie, in other words. And that's what gets to me. Look at the extent they're willing to go to maintain a lie. It is what the stuff you guys are saying is a lie. You know that. It's not that Zuffa's blackballing the alphabets or the other promoters. You're blackballing them. And it's so that you can maintain a system that does rob the fighters, that is crooked. And you're willing to, like, yeah, y'all really willing to lie about this shit. Because fighters are still getting fucked over. When I said on Twitter, where everybody likes to argue, but they didn't respond to that one. Well, when Samson Lukowicz lied to Edwin De Los Santos about his purse, and he only found out through Keyshawn that he was supposed to make more, where was the Ali Act then? Y'all don't have a problem with none of this shit. This is not about protecting fighters against corruption. This is about protecting corruption. That's what it's about. The corruption that already exists. The broken system that already exists. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Taking the status quo, bro.
And the ultimate
About-
proof they're talking about
Yes.
UBOs. Oh, we don't want UBOs. When they've been having unofficial UBOs this entire time. Top Rank, exclusive deal with ESPN. The WBO is their butt buddy organization.
Whatever Bob
exclusive
ordered.
deals with Fox. WBA butt
I
buddy.
love this version of Jason right now, baby. Cook, baby. No, you can't fucking cook.
True.
No,
It's true.
fucking DAZN and Golden Boy, and then IBF or whoever. It's they've had the UBOs, and the sport suffered.
I'm gonna say this
Yo.
shit. Wait, Americans are bad for boxing. Yeah, they are.
Media and fighter.
Why is the sport growing in all these different sectors except here? Why? It's growing in Japan. It's never been this big. It's growing in the UK. It's never been this big. Australia's growing. I think Mexico's growing, and even if they're not, Mexico doesn't listen. Mexico do their boxing shit. Okay, they don't need a lot from nobody. Why is the sport shrinking?
It grows.
Why
It's on
is
network
the sport
TV there.
Growing in Africa.
But in America, it's shrinking. Because in America, they don't want boxing. Don't you see? They want a story. And anybody who interrupts that story with the truth, they're the enemy. That's how it goes.
They're just like me, Jules. They like me, lazy and always and looking for shortcuts. That's the American boxing.
Case in point, Jules.
Let
You know
me
what I
if your
love?
Fat benefits.
I love how fast those Inoue Nakatani pay-per-views came out within 24 hours.
Yo, they already said they broke a record. They already said, like, everything is coming out quickly, and everything is, like, look, I'm not gonna make this Canelo hour, right? But like, y'all just don't want it to be him. Like, y'all, you guys just don't, and it still is. Like, bro, he's gonna fight in September, and the numbers are gonna be what the fuck they are. You all know it. We know it. whether you like it or not. You want it to be David, and you guys just keep pushing this shit, and no, it's not working. If it were working, I wouldn't have been able to see that entire row of empty seats. That idiot Javi sent me a video yesterday, tagged me to one, and he must not have realized. You just showed me that the whole top row is empty. The whole shit. That's where I got that screenshot. I'm like, yo, these dudes is just too fucking stupid. Like, thank you though for showing me that. So it didn't sell out. Everybody knows it didn't do nothing on pay-per-view. All these people lapping it up stole the fucking fight. They know they stole
it was a catfish
the
production,
right? But this is the fucking face of boxing. It's like, yeah, Americans are bad for boxing. You hate the Brits, you hate the Japanese. When you don't hate them, let's not kid ourselves. You hate the Mexicans too. You do. You shit on every foreign fighter on the fucking planet. And you want to play by a special set of fucking rules like it's the 80s or something. It's not the 80s. It's not the 90s. America does not generate as much money for boxing. Yo, dog, if you a heavyweight, what the fuck you gonna do in America? What you gonna do? If you a heavy, what you gonna do?
Yeah. We haven't had a gold medal winner since
If you a fucking middleweight. Look what America's done to middleweight. Yeah. That should be a next. That's going to be a relay segment, fellas.
No. It because it needs to be said that look at this point, given what's been going on the last 10 years of boxing, you can safely say that America's bad for boxing. Why? All they do is steal shit. That's all. That's the only thing that's going on. Like, they steal shit. All these fighters that Americans claim to love, from this country, they don't support them. They steal that shit. You got a whole thing of featherweights, and I said this on the relay. You got a whole thing of featherweights that are based out of America. Not a single one of them motherfuckers could do here what Nick Ball did in Liverpool. Not a single one. Y'all don't support them. No, you're not supporting no Angelo Leo fight. Stop fucking lying. You're not supporting no Espinoza fight, no Figueroa fight. Stop fucking lying. But y'all's dick so hard for Inoue to come here. For what? So you don't go to the fight?
No, so
Americans
he can
are bad for
earn
boxing.
so Inoue can earn the big money, Jules, because the American dollar is the center of the world's economy.
Because if you're not a star in America, Jason,
well, thanks for interrupting him, Drew.
Oh,
shit! The fuck? Like I'm like something, and I wish I could just have a megaphone that shout into all these people low ass apartments. Yo, something wrong with y'all. For real, like, no, something is legitimately wrong with you that you're not going to go to a fight. You're not. You're not. You're not going to pay for the fight if it's a pay-per-view. You're not going to do a motherfucking thing, but you hate to see somebody doing well so much that you're going to cry and complain about saying the same shit. You know what? Come here for what? For what? You're not going to go to the fight? You're not going. You know you're not going.
I guarantee if Inoue was from the States, they'd be all up on his dick like crazy.
If he was from here, I mean, like, you see how they. Well, I don't even know what you could call that because look, it looks like they on David's dick. But when you steal his fight, are you? When you steal his fight, are you? Are you supporting him? I don't know what you call that. Y'all love to argue about David. You like arguing about David. But you don't actually support him because all those people you see on boxing Twitter, they didn't buy that fight.
Nope.
I can guarantee you they didn't buy that fight. I can guarantee it. So are you on his dick? Are you supporting him? Or is it what I thinking? Yo, something is just wrong with you. At least dick riders ride dick. Yeah, they support at least like support. Like look, Ellie has sucked so much cock over the years. Like that guy sucks a lot of fucking dick. But he does go. He does support. He spends his dollar like right? The guy sucks a lot of dick. Everybody knows that. But he does support. He's a sperm bank. He's a sperm bank, like is what he is.
Yeah.
But you don't have to question. You don't have to question his commitment. Whereas these folk are so bizarre that y'all sitting here arguing up and down for 6 hours at a time on Twitter about shit y'all steal. I don't even know what the fuck to call that. Like you don't support David. If the dude been on pay-per-view 5 times, he ain't turning no real numbers yet. So
But you don't.
I don't know if you could call that dick. Like I don't really know if that is dick riding.
You don't really have fans. It's just people that just don't like Canelo. That's all he got.
That's the only person they talked about when he
No,
lost.
there is one. There is one other type of person who supports Dave Benavidez, and that's the two-tone fire stick boys, who will also steal the shit, who will also talk all the shit, but they're at least making money as a side hustle on YouTube. So I can at least say
with
that.
with them, which covers a different area of the conversation. That's basically, and you can see it plain as day. The other problem that the American boxing scene faces is that the people that cover it, they want to be influencers, not even pundits. They want to be influencers. So you look at the kids, who's doing all that noise? So I kick you out. How did it suddenly get quiet?
It always gets quiet, Jules.
That's a sudden. The motherfucker want to be doing everything in the glove compartment in the middle of a goddamn sentence. All right, now the point I'm making, if you look at a Day Oladipo or Rob Tebbett or Coogan Cassius or Hatman, any of the big UK channels, and they have bigger channels than the Americans, believe it. Proper boxing. Their channels are bigger than the American channels, which is bizarre because they're coming out of a smaller area overall. But what you notice is they cover the sport in a way that it needs to be covered. I'm sure that Rob Tebbett and Coogan Cassius and all these people have their favorites, but they don't let it affect them the way that the Americans do. The American boxing scene is a fucking clown show of wannabe Jake Pauls. All these dudes want to have a personality. Face all in the fucking thumbnail. Like, what are you doing? All right, like who's the star of this show? Like, what are you doing?
Every two-tone fucking thumbnail gotta say this is bad. Like
Chilaquiles. Like
This shit
Showbiz
is
too.
like the shit is like I feel like I'm like I can't. That's the best parallel. This is really like a conglomerate of retarded children marveling at a yellow crayon. Like, what's wrong with y'all? You can't just cover boxing. It has to be this stupid fucking thing, this corny shit, latching on to the next gimmick or the next niche or the next. Like, y'all just want to be influencers. That's all I see. Like, yeah, y'all want to be influencers. Y'all not covering boxing. It's one thing to say that the coverage that boxing gets is now primarily from its consumers. That could be good and it could be bad. With the UK, it turned out to be a good thing because you got Charlie Parsons's and what was that kid, Umar. You had some really good kids, and you have really good people that are covering the sport in an earnest way. Whereas here, here it's a fucking joke, bro. Like it's a joke. The only serious pundits is Marcos Villegas, Steve Kim. The rest of y'all is just like, yeah, y'all on some cock goblin shit, yo. Like y'all just. It's unwatchable. Like, yeah, what the fuck am I going to sit here listening to yo ass glaze somebody for? Like, this is not boxing coverage. I don't know what this is. You know, it's fucking terrible, guys. In America, the mission statement of 2026 is: I'm of the opinion now that America is actually bad for boxing because you don't spend any money, you shit on everything foreign, right? You steal every fucking thing. How is the sport supposed to thrive with motherfuckers like y'all? How? It's a reason that. Go ahead.
And the fighters we produce, it's like pulling teeth to get them to do goddamn anything.
Yeah, that's the other angle of it. That look at the fighters we're producing. Jared Anderson. Ooh. Fucking Hitchardson Richards. Let me fucking call my mother. Hitchardson. Floyd S. Schofield. Oh, what about the great, the incomparable Javante Davis?
Oh shit.
Or what about the mile-a-minute action you get from watching a Devin Haney fight? I thought I was going to have a fucking epileptic seizure watching all that action, right? Shakur, oh, fucking forget it. It's like a fucking roller coaster. America is bad for boxing. I'm there. Like, yeah, like I really think this country's bad for boxing.
But Jules, what about the easy to miss Carmel Moulton?
Oh my god, forget it. You can't leave out Carmel in motion. Shout out to Pork Chop. Everybody mad at Jai for going to Zuffa, yet no promoter wanted him. And that you got all these fake ass people, pork chop, all these Sally Struverses, all these advocates for the fighter. They didn't give two shits and a piss about that man or his family, or that that since Matchroom didn't offer him a new deal, he wasn't going to be able to make money for his family. I thought y'all cared about the fighters' families and the well-being of the fighter and looking out for the fighter, right?
I want him to be poor so you can take a moral stand.
Listen, man, Jason, take it away. I'm gonna go take a piss.
It's hey, what else is going to be said on the topic? Like, y'all shut him out and then finger wag at him when he made the only move he could to make money. And now, and how Benavidez being like, well, he doesn't have the IBF belt anymore, so why would I want to fight him? Oh, you mean like when you didn't have the WBC belt anymore, so why would Canelo want to fight you? Nah, I'm sure there's no connection to that.
And then those are the same people that was crapping on the Inouye fight earlier, saying the fight didn't live up to expectations and stuff. Like, bro, they was two high-level fighters. What they wasn't going to just stand in the middle of the ring just throwing punches.
Exactly.
Well, you have to forgive them, because the last time they saw 2 pound-for-pound fighters and acknowledged them as 2 pound-for-pound fighters, it was an actual pound-for-pound fighter in Terrence Crawford beating the shit out of a fake pound-for-pound in Errol Spence.
Speaking of which, you remember when he had that IG Live about 4 years ago explaining why the first round of negotiations for him and Errol Spence broke down, and he basically admitted that, well, he basically had an accidental Ali Act moment. He basically said that, he told out that he wanted to see the books, being that he was going to get offered like 35% of the revenue, which is an unknown number, if you use your common sense, right? And nobody, Sean Sattel, where the fuck were you at? Ness, where are you at? None of these people came to his defense and invoked the Ali Act then. But now the Zoof is in the, it's a new player in town. Okay, we gotta, we gotta put on this act, But fuck Terrence Crawford, right? For bringing up the fact that Heyman was gonna lowball him, and nobody says shit.
Oh, yeah, I've said this before and I'll say it again. The only reason they actually, truly, honestly give a shit about Zuffa is because it's Dana White's brainchild, and Dana White built the entire mixed martial arts UFC empire off of boxing sucks and it's the promoter's fault, and I'm going to fix it. And guess what? As much as you may hate Dana, as much as I don't like Dana, because I think he does not pay his fighters their true worth, he was absolutely 100% right about you fucking pieces of shit.
The worst person in the world made a very brilliant point. That's basically what Dana is. Oh, man. I'll tell you, man.
I don't know, man. What's going to happen with Errol Spence and Tim Zoo?
A little backstage drama, which I don't give a fuck about. Just fight.
Yeah, right. Get this over. So we can see. I mean, this guy.
Wait, there was drama with Spence and Zoo? What?
Well, he didn't shake his hand.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh,
he didn't shake his hand because Zoo said something about him on Twitter.
That's what it always comes down to. Social media. Oh my God, you said something about me on Twitter. You said mean things.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
At the end of the day, y'all both fighters. I mean, if you didn't shake his hand, I don't care. I turn it into a rivalry. So when y'all get in the ring, y'all beat the crap out of each other, which I got Zoo knocking Spence out. But
you know what I got to say to that shit? The same thing Golovkin did when Canelo was being a little bitch about things Golovkin said on Twitter. Bro, we're going to fight. Like, you'll have all the chance in the world to punch me in the face for what I said. Like, calm the fuck down. What are you being a little girl for?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's gonna be a good fight. What did y'all think about the Inouye fight?
I loved it. I thought it was high level shit. I can sort of see casuals being a little lulled to sleep in the first 6 rounds, but I loved it.
They both have destructive power, so it was respect there. But once they start letting their hands go, it was good boxing. Junto, he earned my respect. I already had respect for him, but he showed he was on the level.
Yeah.
No,
I thought it was a really good fight. I think it was like a high level chess match, and people have a problem with it because it wasn't a knockdown or nobody got knocked out. That's their problem, man. But they too were great sportsmen in there. They dapped each other up afterwards. They respected each other, and I think Juto is going to be a champion, especially in 122 if Inoue leaves. I think he really handled himself well, especially after the loss. He took it like a champ. And I respect him for that.
Virtuoso, do you think Inouye's? Do you see slippage in Inoue?
Uh, it's not so much slippage. It's like so much as uh, there's some carelessness to him. Because whenever he throws one hand, the other hand is not guarding the his face,
Yeah,
and so he ends up getting knocked down. And so in this fight, though, I thought he was more. I thought he kept that guard tighter. You know, don't get me wrong. I think Inoue does take chances. He's very good at that. He's very assertive and very calculated with it. But he very handled himself well than his last couple fights. I think so. Um, whenever Nakatani tried to throw combinations at him, he basically had his guard up. He wasn't trying to throw with him. And whenever they were in mid range, Inoue would kind of swim through the punches, get inside that reach, and throw that up jab, and
yeah,
that really took him by surprise. I mean, he also threw some follow up punches with it, so he was really good at that. Changing levels in that. So, I give him props for that. That's why he's the number one power fighter in the world.
right,
He
right.
shows
And
levels.
I don't know if the slippage is because he's 33 or it's because he's had 5 fights in a year and a half.
I was about to say that.
Which
And
is-
reason why I asked is what I asked because he looked tired toward the end of the fight,
He
and I
said
was
he had
thinking,
like 5 camps or whatever prior to this fight.
No, and he said as much in his post fight interview. He said like in rounds, I think he said rounds 7, 8, and 9. It was either 7, 8, 9 or 8, 9, 10. He said he felt he could take off and give those rounds away because he was mentally exhausted from being on defense the entire time.
yeah,
So
I think that he's tightened up his defense a bit though because of him getting like caught before in the past and past fights.
Right.
So he wasn't as wild and reckless abound as he was with Junto as he was before in the past. So
that was
for him-
100%.
For
That
him
was
was
100%
an
his
improvement.
dad country. That's his dad going, you're not putting your mother through that again, you little shit. That's all that was.
I mean, like he's fighting a destructive puncher though too. I mean, you can't Junto, you can't mess up with him. Like he'll knock you out.
Bro, his punches sound like a shotgun, bro.
Yeah,
I remember what he
like-
did to Maloney.
Yeah, bro. Like when he hit him with that, bro, he put him in the hospital with that punch.
I was like, dang.
Speaking of hospital punches, like we all know, Inoue broke Junto's orbital bone. Do y'all know that Takumi Inoue broke Ioka's orbital bone too?
Damn.
I didn't notice.
They posted it on Twitter from a Japanese sports news source. He broke his orbital bone too.
Bro, Takuma, nice, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
Yeah, I didn't
It's
see that
supposed
fight.
to
Was that what he? I didn't see that fight. Was it close? Was it like a dominant fashion? Or was it?
He dominated him. He
him.
knocked him down
dominated Ioka.
twice. He dominated Ioka. It was sad because I'm probably the biggest Ioka fanboy on here, and I don't want to see him go out like that. But
that was like his 5th weight, right?
Yeah.
Yes, 5th weight.
Ah, see, yeah.
Mhm.
He was trying to beat Inoue to be the first male 5-weight champion in Japanese boxing history, but time makes us all our bitch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all right, man. Ain't no
it was
shame though.
not to be. Takuma, man, he fucked him up, man.
Bro, he
Goddamn.
nice for real.
Yeah,
I
like
Low key Takuma, nice. Like
that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Like, he
like-
explosive, fast.
I'm starting to wonder who, yeah, you could say Bam, yeah, of course, if Bam fought Takuma, Bam would be the favorite in that fight. But it's looking more and more like Bam ain't doing the undisputed thing at Bantam. It doesn't look like he's gonna do that because you're gonna fight Vargas, right? You're gonna fight Vargas. If they really trying to put you in the ring with Inoue in January or February, okay, so you probably fight Vargas. Then maybe who's got the WBA, Jason? Seiya Tsutsumi.
Seiya Tsutsumi, yeah.
So maybe you fight him, right? I'm saying maybe. I don't even know because the fight after Vargas might be at 122 for all we know. But at minimum, yeah, it don't even look like you're gonna do the undisputed at that weight. So if without Bam, who beats Takuma?
Bro,
Without Bam.
I don't think Bam beats Takuma. From what I seen yesterday,
I ain't gonna do
no,
it.
I'm
Come on,
just saying, like you got to.
I gotta see that fight,
you
man.
I gotta see it. I'm not gonna. No, I'm saying I'm not saying
Calm down a
Takuma
little.
beat him.
Calm down a little bit. Like
I'm
Bam
telling
pretty
you,
sweet, man.
I know. I'm telling yeah, against other guys his size. Takuma is twitchy and he's using his angles. I said I don't know. I'm not saying you beat. I'm not gonna just say you beat Takuma.
Yo, listen. He'll beat Takuma, bro. Like
You gotta show me. You gotta show me. I'll swallow that with it.
what he has to show me is that's another one of those where it's not if you win, it's how you win. If you labor, if you languish, if you struggle with Takuma, I'm settled, fellas. If this kid is really fighting Nino in January or February, he's losing and he's getting knocked out. That's how I have it. And I'm standing on that. Like, yeah, if you see if it was a year and a half, 2 years, yeah, maybe you could get Inui. But if you gonna fight that dude I seen yesterday, oh, you get knocked out. Yeah. You don't have none of the things that Junto had to make that fight difficult. The part of what Junto had, even though Inoue was able to work around it pretty easy, is that he's a tall, rangy fighter. So you got to mind your distance and be mindful of the counters. But he was though, like he's weaving under the hooks. He's slipping past the straight punches. Like he was able to work around that just fine. He don't got to worry about none of that with you. None of that. Like yeah, like I don't even know that Bam hits as hard as Junto, to be real with you. I'm not saying
Uh,
he don't, but
I was
I
just about to say,
mean,
do you think Junto could still beat Bam?
I never knew if he I never knew if he could or not. And I never had a stance on whether he would or wouldn't. I just noticed that wherever Junto goes, Bam is not there, is what I noticed. When Junto goes to what was it, Drew? What was it? He goes to 115 and Bam decides, okay, I need to go to 112. And then when Junto leaves 115, all right, now I'm gonna go back up to 115. And then when Junto leaves 118, okay, well now I need to go to 118. I just like it's this pretty established pattern that Bam is wherever Junto is not. Like that's how it's been for 3 years. If Bam is at if Junto is at 115, then Bam is not there. See? And until he leaves, Bam won't move up. That's how it's been, right? They could say whatever they want in interviews. That's how it's been. Wherever Junto is, that's where Bam is not. So I don't know if Bam would beat him. I don't know. Maybe that's management. Maybe that's down to Robert Garcia. Maybe Bam would fight him, but they don't want that for him. The way it has been for 3 years, if Junto is somewhere, Bam is not there. And I don't think that's by like not happening like that. As soon as y'all heard that Junto leaving 118 for the Inoue fight, that's when y'all start talking about, well, we might go to 118. I hear you. Because at 118, who you got to worry about besides Junto? You got to worry about. And bruh. So, I
Hey,
don't know that Bam would have beat Junto. I don't know that he beats him now. I don't know that.
hey, Jules.
I
By the
don't know.
way, in regards to your question earlier, just before I got on, I think Benavidez will eventually fight Bivol, but I don't know when.
Were you impressed
That's
yesterday,
it's
country?
Yeah, actually, I was with the TKO and everything. I didn't expect that. I had honestly thought Zerda was more durable than what he obviously showed up to be, and I had Benavidez by points, but I
Mm-hmm.
give David his flowers. I mean, he fucked him up and took him out in 6 rounds. I mean, that what can you say? You gotta give the
Are
man
you
his.
starting? Are you starting to come around to Are you warming to him, country?
Um, I'm just realizing that he's so far he's on his way up, and he's been proving people wrong here and there. I want to see him fight, one of the big, what I call the big three right now. I think Bivol or Jai or Artur. If he gets past any of those guys, then he's really. Then I think he's really up there on top. But at this point, he is making his way up a bit, and he's been proving some people wrong. He has. So, and
Yeah,
what can
I
I
mean,
say?
you could say that. No, no, no. I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, I will say that I'm not warming. I wish I were, because that's not a bad thing. But I'm not warming to David. It's just I'm not. It's what I think it is. Like,
Well,
your dog. This dude is not gonna fight who people want him to fight. He's not. He's
you
not.
know what? For me, it's not so much David. It's kind of like the Wilder situation. It's not so much the fighter as much as it is his annoying fans.
No, 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 no.
For
See,
me,
with
you
Errol,
know.
like I've warmed to Errol. I'm gonna say this. I've warmed to Errol, and I want him to do well now, and I'm gonna start supporting him from here on out. I don't feel that way about David. I feel like you're a party to the problem. That's what I think. I think you're a liar. I think you know. I think you know you're a liar. You know what you're doing. Come on, dog. You just fought for 2 cruiserweight titles. How the fuck you calling out a 35-year-old super middleweight who's coming off a loss? What are
And
we
arm
doing?
surgery.
What are we doing? And they'll say, "Oh, you literally had a guy in the comment section of a video tell me that Canelo is clout chasing David." I'm like, okay, either this is either rage bait or you're just retarded. You would kind of have to be like, why is a guy who just won 2 cruiserweight titles calling out a 35-year-old super middleweight with no belt coming off a loss? Why?
I mean, what clout could possibly Canelo get off of David? I mean, come on.
I don't know.
He don't need no clout.
I
I
don't
know
know.
he doesn't, but I'm just saying. I mean, the guy said he's clout chasing. What is it exactly? What clout is he exactly chasing?
I was so flabbergasted by the stupidity of the comment. I almost didn't know how to, like, you want what I thought the sentence in this guy's on drugs. It's gotta be like this guy's on drugs.
Yeah, the guy who did 900,000 with that fucking useless shitbag Puerto Rican. He's clout chasing Dave Benavidez.
Now the fight between Benavidez and Bivol, if it happens, there's one X factor. Is Bivol going to be the same because of his back surgery? I'm not making excuses for him or nothing.
No, you're right. No, you're right, country.
We
It's a
don't
legitimate.
know if he's going to be the same exact fighter as he was before.
And
Well,
the
we
thing
gonna
is
find
that
out when he fight Benavidez.
there's a girl fighter who had the same procedure that he had. There's a female fighter, and guess what happened after her next fight after that surgery? She had to go back.
What? See?
Yep. She had to go back. It's the German girl. It's the German girl that had the IBF title. That has the IBF title. She had the same thing that Bivol has, herniated disc. She had it operated on last year, and she sat out the rest of the year. She came back this year. She had a fight a few weeks ago. She won, but it flared up again, and now she had to go back to have it operated on again.
Oh, wow. Is this another example of after the fact Benavidez? After the fact, Bivol gets back surgery. After the fact, Better P becomes 40-some plus years old. Always after the fact.
It's a legitimate concern. Shout out to Don Juan. David went up in my book after the win, but went back down after calling out Canelo. If he called out Jai, it would be a different story. David is a lame. Thank you. Because if he would have called out Jai, I would have sat there and, my dick would have got really hard, country. Like, you would have best.
Somebody said he
would have
did,
called out
but
Jai.
I didn't hear him call out Jai, but some
he
people
didn't.
were saying
When he was asked about Jai Opataya, he hid behind the whole Zuffa box. After he hides. Oh, I don't know, because he went to Zuffa, and I don't really understand. You know what it's gonna be, bro. Like you know what. You don't have to watch the interview to know what the fuck he said. We could have made this fight right after this. This is why I say that I don't have respect for David, because before he lost his belt, you literally said nobody knows him and he has no marquee value. This is before he lost his belt. Now that he loses his belt, oh, well, he doesn't have a belt and he's at Zuffa. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. You lost your belt, didn't you? You got stripped. Like he got stripped. You got stripped. Now you saying I'm not going to fight him because he got stripped. Then why should Canelo have fought you?
Hmm.
He at least still has the Ring Magazine title and the lineal status. He at least has that. You didn't have shit.
And he didn't get stripped
Make
for
it
coke.
make sense, right? He didn't get stripped for coke. He didn't get stripped because he missed the weight like you. But I'm not gonna fight him because he got stripped. Okay, then I guess Canelo never had a reason to fight you. Then, that settles that. Then, yeah, if you're gonna do that,
He
then
do all
okay.
that rah-rah shit for Canelo, but when it comes to Bivol or Jai or any of them guys, it's all, the fans want it, He's all respectful and shit. Like, shut the fuck up, David.
And the shit is that the real shit is this is like I know I'm gonna be beating a dead horse, but this is why you're not gonna be the face of boxing. The face of boxing, no matter who we talking about, Oscar, Floyd, or Canelo, they fought in a fight that people were asking for. You've never done that. We're not talking about run-of-the-mill gay shit like Morrell. Saying people wanted Floyd to fight Oscar. They did. They wanted, believe it or not, they wanted him to fight Shane Mosley because he had just beat the fuck out of Margarito. Some of these fights that Floyd had were in demand. That's why he got to make money. He wouldn't have made the money that he made if people didn't want to see those fights, right? Oscar, obviously, Oscar fought damn near everyone. I know he acts pretty fucking gay, and he's really weird these days. But as a boxer, yeah, he didn't duck nobody. That's why he got to make money. He fought damn near everybody, if not everybody, win or lose. And this is consistent with anyone who was the face of boxing. That's what you have to do. The reason you'll never be the face of boxing is you're not going to do that. They want you to fight Jai. You're at cruiserweight. How hard is it to get Turk? Yo, Turk, I want to fight Jai. Please? You's going to pay for me to fight Callum? Can you pay for me to fight Jai? Please? Nah, I'm going to just play these fucking games. I'm going to just play these fucking games, and I'm going to do all these fucking interviews and be on all these podcasts talking about a 35-year-old super middleweight. That's what I'm going to do. That's how I'm going to get big. That's how I'm going to get big. He coming off a loss to a welterweight, but that's who I want to fight.
No, I think one of the let's go another way.
Herb, go ahead, Herb, and then Jason.
I think one of the perks of him fucking with Oscar this fight and the strings that's going to be attached, that it attaches Dave to his own fights, to Riyadh season fights. That's to Oscar. So I think that's going to probably be the tie between them two and shit. Because what is he going to do over there? Ain't got nothing up to PBC for him. We know that. So believe me, him and Oscar got some shit in the mix.
It could be Noel. And it could be Vidal Riley. Look, man, like I said, y'all motherfuckers know y'all boxing. Who the fuck y'all see moving up? What man y'all see moving up and down and what like yeah, them, like Bam could go from fucking Superfly to Fly. You like, well, yeah, that, you do that. You talking about going from cruiser to light heavy. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. But you know what could? You know what could? Noel Michaelian. Noel ain't doing nothing right now. He not doing shit. Now you tell me
dropping the ball.
Now you tell me that they don't get Mauricio on the horn. Yo, we trying to put that green belt in David's hands. Is you down? Yeah, we down. We don't want this fucking Armenian moose head motherfucker over here fucking in Miami and shit. Got mad hair on his chest. Like, hell yeah, we trying to get... Yo, set it up. Noel ain't doing nothing right now. No mandatories, nothing. That could be the move. I'm telling you, I don't think he gonna go to light heavy. I'm telling, come on, B. The dude walk around 2 and change. You think he went to cruiserweight to have to do all that again? Y'all just gonna believe whatever he say. And when I'm saying it now, I'm a fucking hater. But when the shit happened, won't you still hate me, David? He's facing Jersey.
They'll make him an email champion overnight without fighting Michaelian.
He's gonna fight. I'm telling you that see, Michaelian is ass cheeks. You needed 2 motherfucking fights for 1 win over Badu Jack, and that dude is older than me. Literally, that dude is older than me. You needed 2 fights for 1 win over that guy. Yeah, David could beat him. He can beat him. I would have picked Zerto to beat him. So yeah, David can beat that guy. and he'll go after that guy. You know, he'll go after that guy. Because I don't know if he's going to fight again this year, but if he does, I sincerely doubt it's going to be at light heavyweight. Since, like, bruh, the fuck out of here. Now, where does Golden Boy tie into that? They can pay for it. PBC don't got money. They don't have money to be paying for Noel Mikhalian fight. That's why initially I thought, yo, dog, yeah, that guy's there, but who gonna pay for that? You can't put that on pay-per-view. What the fuck? Benavidez versus Mikhalian, $79.99. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, bro. That ain't going down. But if Golden Boy comes in, listen, I do it for the fighters, Virtuoso. For the fighters. Okay? We got Ali.
Every time he does a clap at Thursday, bro, it's like he's talking to children, bro, when he talks like that.
He's like fucking
Guys,
Blues
let me show
Clues,
you
bro.
a magic trick.
Do it for the fighters, kids. Come on.
We just figured out Blues Clues. We just figured out Blues Clues.
Shout out to motherfucking stranger. Did you watch? Yeah, I love that. I gotta say, side note, that match from card was lit, bro. Like that shit. I wish I had gone live for that. That whole card up and down was people.
That Conor Walker fight, man. Listen, man. That man went for hell for leather.
Yo, no, but the whole thing, like, I was only paying attention. I only watched it to see the two girl fights, and you know, like, yeah, Shannon Ryan, like, yo, she dropped old girl like a sack of potato. Like, it didn't last long neither. 2 rounds, bang, that's it. And then you know, and then the young joint did, you know, she did her thing. And I just kept watching after that. I watched the Fawaz fight. I'm like, yo, this shit. I was going to take a nap. Like, yo, this shit, they getting crazy in here.
Yo, Fawaz look like a fucking nut, bro. He looks like he low-key should be.
My guy told you Fawaz looked like Big Red. Remember Big Red?
He won.
Big Red won. Big Red. Because he keep winning these fights. Remember when Fawaz got on this hot streak, it was off of him winning the fight he wasn't supposed to win. So they're like, yo, if that motherfucker fighting, I like Fawaz's story, not for nothing. That's how boxing is supposed to be. That dude don't come from nothing. He don't come from nothing. And I think he lost a couple fights already. But look at him now. He's winning. Right. He's doing what he got to do. And he's getting opportunities based on the merit of his ability. I love that kid's story. I hope he keep doing his thing. And the main event was lit, but I'm like, yo, that Matchroom show was that shit was lit, bro. Like, yo, motherfuckers get fucked up.
I missed that show, but I had to take a snap. But Jules, did you catch Eddie talking shit out in a way again? Man just refuses to learn his lesson.
But that's why you gotta you could get mad at it or you could look at it for what it is. He's a promoter. He gotta say that. I got mad at it. I ain't even going front. Like, see, this is the same bullshit you was saying about MJ. You was talking the same shit, literally the same. You know, all that. Yeah. Bam gonna get knocked out. That's what I know. If that fight is in January or February, Bam is getting stopped. Straight up.
I give him more favorable odds against his old brother Takuma.
Yeah, he could probably, he probably do what he need to do with Takuma. But if y'all really like Inoue is not old enough yet for this to be a safe fight. This ain't like jumping up for Quadras, motherfucker. It is not. That motherfucker gonna beat your ass. But hey, do your thing because I said it in the video. I'll say it here again. The fighters at those weights don't have another Inoue to fall back on. It's not like other divisions where eventually there will be another cash cow. Everybody knows at the lighter weights, those guys really don't make a lot of money. Generally, they don't make a lot of money. With Inoue, you got a rare opportunity to come in here and make millions and millions of dollars. So you should do it. Win or lose, you should do it. It ain't another Inoue lying around. So go get your ass beat. Get that payday and go get your ass beat. You know,
here's the thing.
Let me say this. I never seen a motherfucking 122-pound fighter make a $30 million purse. I never. What? What? Incredible. Go ahead,
Crazy.
Jason.
Yeah.
Here's the thing with Bam. He really needs to establish a profile in Japan And honestly, he should probably do what we all want Junto to do: fight Takuma and beat his ass. Because there is very, I won't say there's no buzz for that fight in Japan. Because I frequent some English-speaking Japanese podcasts. I read Japanese boxing Twitter, but it's very meh. They're like, yeah, why not? I guess.
Fuck
I kind of want him to move up, but fuck it. That's the feeling for that fight. So he needs to do something to build buzz.
I don't even want him to move up anymore, Jason. Like I used to entertain him. I'm like, look, you need to spite these motherfuckers. Fuck
them.
all 4 of y'all. Fuck y'all. Y'all don't want to do nothing. Y'all don't want to unify. Y'all want to go outside. Y'all don't want to go to the bar. Fuck y'all. All right? Straight up. The fuck y'all got that I need? That shit is a ham sandwich up there, bro. Fuck out of here, bro.
No, fight Angel Leo because he's the easiest one. Beat his ass, take his belt, be 5 weight, and then peace out.
And then sail into the fucking sunset. Brandon pissing. Brandon is a homo. Man, fuck you, Brandon.
What'd he do? What'd he do, Ray?
Because they offered him Espinoza, and he said no. He said no. I got my eye on the winner of Ino and Nakatani. You ain't speak to nobody over there.
I thought the fight was made.
No, it was for September. It was for September. They was trying to do that. It's a Saudi bag. It's for the Canelo undercard.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Yo.
No, bro, all these guys pissed me. Remember Sam Goodman? I saw his name in the chat. Remember Sam fucking Goodman? All the fucking excuses he made. I swear, I firmly believe he injured himself in camp to avoid that fight.
Me too.
I firmly believe that.
I do too. I've always thought that, like, bro, you're not gonna, bro, you cut yourself. Be real. Like you know, look, it's a lot of money. It is a lot of money, but you know, this not a Devin Haney fight. You feel me? Like, you know, most he gonna do is hurt your feelings and win a decision, right? It's not Shakur Stevenson fight, bro. This is Nui, bro. He gonna fuck you. See what he did? TJ Doheny fake sciatica, so he get out of that fight. He said
he punched TJ Doheny so hard in the stomach he broke his back. What the fuck?
Right? Like, bro, like you need and I gave TJ like, well, you is an old ass motherfucker.
I'm about to say he is old though too.
You was an old ass motherfucker, so you motherfucker. Okay, but Sam, you was a whole unbeaten. You was a whole unbeaten fighter. You ain't get injured, bro. You was scared that this motherfucker's really gonna fuck me up.
Remember when he stepped in the ring? He's like, yeah, man,
stop fighting me.
Either fight me or give up the belt. And
the fact that Rico's sort of hyping this little fucker, man.
Wait. You sure you want to fight me? You could always give up the belt. You sure you want to fight me? Give up the belt.
And he got in there with a frown on his face and like if you don't get the fuck out of here, bro. If you don't get the fuck out of here, bro.
Hey, Jules, I seen Sam Noakes today. I seen Sam Noakes fight today.
Where?
He won. Yeah, he won. He won like it was like I think the second round bet. He was fighting a real slippery can, and this guy was just moving and moving. He kind of like I didn't like the way Sam looked. He didn't look sharp, and the guy who he was fighting ain't served him no justice to make And he hard for Sam to get. Sam cornered him with one, and it happened to be hot. It stopped him, but I don't like the way Sam looked for the sharp. They say he took the fight just to put some work in, just to stay busy.
I'm gonna tell you something. Frank do that. Frank do that on the Slotto. See, Eddie will do that. And he'll do that on a show, like a matchroom show. Frank, I don't know if he does this shit on. I know that he does this because he did it with Anthony Yard a couple of years ago. He did. He'll send you off somewhere to like a corner or a fucking hole in the wall to fight a straight bum. So you can come back to a fucking. He did that with Anthony Yard, bro. He sent that dude out there somewhere to fight some fucking bum, and then he brought him to the Queensbury show after that. Because Sam is one of his fighters. Sam is one of his boys. It's like
I was glad to see him back and everything. No bet, like I wasn't too glad about what I saw. His mechanics.
You weren't supposed to see it, Herb. You weren't supposed to see it.
Real. That's what I'm trying to tell him. Like, you probably wasn't supposed to see it. Why think about it, Herb. Sam Noakes, who gave a great fight, Abdullah Mason had a fight, and nobody said like, yo, don't tell nobody about this fight, bro. Okay, you gonna go? We gonna send you to motherfucking.
Right on a Sunday.
We'll send you to Estonia to this.
Hey, Herb, I don't know how you even found the fight. How did you find the fight?
It was on. I just
Yo, for
I just
real,
happened
how
to
the fuck you even found that fight?
I seen some preliminaries that was on earlier, like 11 o'clock. That's so preliminary was on the zone. That mean a fight must be on. So I went and checked, and I seen Sam was there. I was like, oh shit,
You,
Sunday, it's Sunday
my
action.
guy, it's Sunday and it's a prelim card, and you telling me they wasn't trying to bury that? Like, how you go from fighting in a world title fight with Abdullah Mason to fighting in a prelim card on a Sunday? And
Hey, Herb
What's
found
the
that
Rum Rotten
trust.
Day?
No,
yo, that's
it was
crazy.
Yeah,
it wasn't
that's
a
some fucked
prelim
up
card.
shit.
It
Good
was
man.
Oh,
no,
Jules,
it was a
speaking of
prelim
fucked up
card.
shit, this has to do with
Go ahead, Jason. Go ahead, Jason.
speaking of fucked up shit. Did you see what happened in that Korean MMA show where
Nah, what happened?
there was this Brazilian fighter was making an absolute jackass of himself. Like he was tweaking chicken toys. He was doing gunshots at the his Korean opponent. He was like flipping him off and shit, just being an asshole, right? In a case of fuck around and find out, the Korean dude beat the absolute fuck out of him, got him down on the ground, started doing the mountain ground and pound, and the referee just sat there and watched it for like 10 seconds while he teed off on him for 17 punches. Like, someone should really do something about this.
Do you
Fuck
want
around
to
and find out,
continue?
bitch.
Do you want to continue? Do you want to continue? You know what I'm saying? Shit is
And then the
crazy,
Korean dude
bro.
got off and just flipped him off and started doing his own machine gun celebration while he's stumbling, trying to remember who he is. Like, fuck around and find out, bitch.
Yo, not for nothing. I'm still stuck on Herb finding a fight that he was not supposed to
He wasn't
find,
supposed
bro.
to see that joint, bro. He was not supposed to see that. Frank Warren gonna come get him.
I don't know how you fucking found that,
Yo,
bro.
Herb about to get a knock on the door in 3 hours. Herbert Timothy, would like to have a word with you. They're gonna hit him with that Men in Black shit, yo. Gonna hit him with that Men in. But
the
yeah, like
no
Frank
lies.
do that though.
Shout out to Frank, man.
Frank,
He makes no bones about it. Which of his boys he loves and which of his boys he don't.
no, because that's what he do. Like Eddie do it kind of fucked up in the sense that he'll have you try to rebound, but everybody looking. Whereas you could go out there with Frank, fight that fucking bum, and look terrible, and nobody knows nothing. Everybody last memory of you is the Mason fight. If not for Herb finding that shit out, nobody. Yo, dog, I didn't even know Sam Noakes had a fight coming up because nobody said nothing. Nobody said nothing nowhere about Sam Noakes having a fight. That's crazy, yo.
Wow.
Yeah,
But
George
back
Warren
to
gonna have a word with her.
he about to come looking for you, yo. But just back to the point, back to the shit. Yeah, man. You know what, Bam? Sign me up. Stylistically, it's a good fight. But physically, it tells the story. Like, that's why I don't really like when motherfuckers treat boxing like size. Like, I remember used to have a lot of conversations in the boxing groups, and motherfuckers always used to discount the physical attributes, which is size, speed, power, and height and length. Like, yeah, that shit matters, bro. Have you ever been in a fucking fight in general? You don't gotta be a boxer to be in a fucking fight. You could be in a fucking fight. You ever fought somebody that weighs a lot more than you do? You ever fought somebody that's a lot taller than you are? That must be why you think shit like that. Like, yeah, that shit matters, bro. Guy got a lot of height on you, yet that matters. Guy got 50 pounds on you. Yeah, that matters, bro. Boxing not a video. It's not like Street Fighter where Zangief takes up half the screen, but he does about the same damage as Ryu. Like, no, it's not like that, bro. Guy's bigger than you. He's gonna hit harder. If he's got more reach, it matters. And the thing with Bam is, while stylistically, he has a good style for Inoue. I'm not even gonna say it's the right style. He has a good style that you cut angles and throw combinations. I believe to beat Inoue, you need to throw combinations. This guy, you're not going to catch him with a single punch. Because it's not going to be a single punch. You got to throw a lot at him to keep him thinking. And that's what Cardenas did. If you want an example of what I mean, like, yeah, you got to keep going at him because he's too good to land a single shot. He's too good for that. So you got to keep coming at him. So you got that, and you got good feet to stay on him and keep pressure on. But you're little. Like, yeah, Bam is not a big super flyweight. He ain't gonna be big at bantam, and he really ain't gonna be big at super bantam. Like, nah, that might be another. You know that fight might look like the MJ fight. Like, I ain't trying to be fucked up. Like, yes, I think Bam is better than MJ, but he's about as big as MJ. He's about as big as that guy. Not big at all. And that's if Inoue don't knock your ass out, which, yeah, I think is possible. If Gallo could catch you slipping and knock you down off a year layoff. Remember, Gallo had not fought in a year, and he caught you. Yeah, I think, I call me crazy that I think Inoue is faster than the Gallo that you fought. Yeah, I think he's faster.
Not just faster, but stronger.
I think so.
He just broke Junto's orbital bone. What do you think he's gonna do to you, Bam?
And Junto's a big boy. Like, yeah, Junto will be okay at super bantam though. He'll be okay. Like, I don't see nobody else beating him at that weight. He'll be okay. But Bam, I asked this shit the day of the Junto Nakatani fight. Serious question. Do you think that Bam would be able to deal with Sebastian Hernandez? I'm not sure that he would. That's a big boy. He's persistent as hell. He durable as hell. He took Junto's best punches and kept coming. Would Bam be able to deal with that guy? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. So go ahead. But get your money, Bam. I ain't mad at you. Get your money. I like Bam,
Jules,
but I don't think he win that fight. Good.
Jules, before we continue the topic, I tagged you in the pre-MMA video on the Twitter, so you can watch that and enjoy.
Yeah, retweet that
shit. And look at that shit. Oh. But yeah, like good fight. I think Inoue's running out of things to do it, and I want for Inoue what I wanted for Crawford, what I still want for Usyk. Yo, dog, you got to get up out of here, bro. You completed boxing. At this point, you just doing side quests. You know when you beat the mission part of Batman Arkham City, and now you just chasing around Riddler trophies and shit? That's what you're doing. You're just chasing around Riddler trophies at this point, bro. Ain't nothing for you to do, But go ahead, do your thing.
No, he's beaten his generational rival now. Like, he's established himself as pound for pound number one. I don't think there's a dispute now with Crawford retired and Usyk fucking around. There's no dispute. He's pound for pound number one. He's undefeated. He has a great resume. He's made well over $100 million now at this point, especially after last year. Yeah. What the fuck else is there to do other than get that 5-weight world championship? Just beat whichever one of those bums you think is the easiest, and then call it a career.
Honest, that's what I want for him. Like, I don't want to give these. What they did to Chocolatito, it was so fucked up, man. Because he gets knocked out by Soar, and they acted like he was always a bum. Like, and that's what they're gonna do to you. That's how the Americans get down. Like, Soar was a whole 4-weight world champion when that happened. He was already an accomplished fighter, but they hated him so much that as soon as he loses, he was always a bum. He's always a bum. I don't want to see them do that. Hey, shut up!
No, you can't cook.
I was trying to cook and they fucked it up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't want to give them the satisfaction with Inoue. And I'm afraid that, like, he's too brave for his own good. Like, he's that guy, like, he's brave like that. He'll get fucked up, man. Fucking around. Like, you close to the finish line. What else is there left to do?
Especially off that weight. Them little guys, they expire fast. They ain't gonna be fighting until their 40s or nothing like that.
That motherfucker got all the money in the world to eat them. You remember when he was dog? I remember the night that he was fighting in America, and he's about to fight Cardenas, and he sat on the floor in the Indian stance eating little chocolate cakes, bro.
That's how concerned he was about that fight.
You couldn't have found a more innocuous image of me. This little guy sitting there eating little chocolate cakes, watching fucking fights and shit. You would have never thought he's this murderous motherfucker. He's sitting there eating little chocolate cakes and shit. Like you
Tell
you
me
would
you
have
don't give
all
a
the
fuck.
money.
Tell me you don't give
You
a
gonna
fuck
have
about
all-
telling me you don't give a fuck.
Right. You would have all the money to eat all them little chocolate cakes all fucking day, bro. All day. Get out of here, bro. You did your thing. Like I really want him to retire undefeated, bro. I really same thing I wanted for Bud. I want that for Inoue. Get out of here,
Retire
bro.
undefeated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that shit because he's sitting there eating them little ass and I'm like, yo, I used to do that shit. Watching fucking Bugs Bunny cartoons, sitting there eating little fucking cakes and shit. Sitting there eating little shit. Like, yo, you couldn't have found a more innocuous image of fucking Inoue, bro. You're just sitting there eating little chocolate cakes and shit, watching the screen. I'm like, yo, this is wow. Right? Like, get up out of here, bro. Enjoy your money, bro. You see Bud. Bud is living, bro. Bud going to the big fights, wherever he go. Motherfuckers sign up for autographs because you know when he landed in Japan, they was all over him asking for fucking autographs and shit. He go to Australia, same shit. They all over him like, yo, it's fucking Terrence Crawford, shit. It's fucking Crawford.
They making a big.
Yeah. He's worldwide now.
He deserves it though. You know, he fought the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I want that for Inoue. Like Bud living like, yo, I got my money. I got plenty of money for my kids. I could take care of all my kids. And wherever there's a big fight, I could go over there and be there and watch that shit. That's living, bro. Like, yeah, dude is living, bro.
He said he's going to Australia for the Spence fight.
Yeah. And I think, you know, I might have to become a Spence fan now. Cause look, man, we had our fun. We had our fun, fellas. I've developed a respect for him. I didn't want to. You see, it just happened. That I'm like, I don't want to see him fucked up, man. You did your thing, man. You manned up, bro. You took your beating. I want you to do well now. So I might have to start fucking with Spence, y'all. I might have to, bro.
He's 36.
That's
man.
surrender talk, Jules. That is surrender talk.
That's not surrender. How the fuck I surrendered, Jason? I won. I won, bro. I won.
Exactly. You won. So why are you surrendering now? Don't you won. Dance on the grave.
Because I do like a comeback story. I do, and look. You know, Crawford is the man. I don't think nobody could debate that. That's the man. But you do gotta respect that Spence kind of knew I'm gonna get my ass beat, but I'm the man. I get my ass beat,
bro. Look at the ring walk.
But I got like I said, that dude looked like he had a court date. Like he's going.
Like he looked like he was going to death row.
Yeah, bro, for real. like
you know what I'm saying?
Going to an alcohol anonymous meeting.
But that's some shit. But that's some shit that look like you got to be real. That this fight got made by two people. You know, yeah, Crawford obviously wanted it, but Errol, you could have fought bitch ass Keith Thurman. They offered him that bitch ass Keith Thurman at 154. I did not forget. They did not want him to fight Crawford. That was the last ditch effort to kill that fight. The leaked audio was of Errol Spence having a conversation with Stefan Espinoza. Stefan is telling him about Keith Thurman at 154. Like, man, I don't want to fight Keith Thurman, man. I'm tired of Keith Thurman. I don't fight Keith Thurman. So yeah, like that's nobody talks about that. That you know that they did try one last ditch effort to kill the Crawford fight. They did try, and because Errol didn't want to, and like he's a spiteful motherfucker. Like, you know how spiteful you got. I'd rather get my ass kicked,
bro. You know what's funny about that? Right around that time, Adrian Clark, his manager, he came out on Twitter with a fucking manifesto saying like, "Oh, we're not gonna be controlled by our fucking promoters or shit like that." You know, he wanted that money because he knew he was gonna make money. Remember that, that VP of communication said that, oh, that fight's not gonna make money on that fucking bullshit PUC podcast.
Yeah, that was I'm a fucking dick. Fucking and that's literally turned out to be Errol's biggest fight, bruh. Literally, well, people don't really want, like if yo man. That's why I can't stand the shit over. Like I can't stand the shit over there. But You know how spiteful you gotta be to say, yo, I'd rather get beaten half to death than give your ass a fight. He determined, like, yo,
Yeah.
for real, that dude is probably never gonna fight Keith Thurman, bro. Like, nah,
He
that's
said he
it. He
wasn't.
just
Bro,
he not doing
has there
that.
ever been
bro.
a better case of karma existing than Keith Thurman? He talked all that shit, only to get his ass beat by Manny Pacquiao, and then the rest of his career happened.
Yeah.
Man, yo, the Fundora beating was not bad enough for me. I really want to see him getting fucked up. Just come on, just 2 more rounds of him getting fucked up. Like they saved him. You know, that was a mercy stoppage. Like they saved him, but he's getting fucked up. He's getting fucked up. And
Robin, man.
you know, like for Errol, you could do the zoo thing. Like, look, I don't see Errol winning a belt. Yeah, like who you gonna win a belt from, bro? Right?
You're
Like
not, you're not beating Tim.
Laura, maybe.
You know,
I
he
mean,
could.
I'm saying if he beat Tim, maybe he could fight Mel, and that you know you might could do something with that. You know, here in the United States, you do that, right? But he not winning a belt. I mean, unless a belt go vacant, like you winning no belt from nobody, bro.
If
You're not.
Sebastian had
You know, like
move up,
you're not. You know what I
I
mean?
do.
Like, and I don't. Yeah, but the other thing is, I don't think he gonna fight Sebastian. I think he saw what it was. Y'all really trying to feed me to Sebastian after that beating I took? Yeah, fuck y'all. I ain't doing that. How you think, yo, Jason? How you how you think he end up going to fucking Australia, bro? You see that, yo, y'all really wanted me to fight big ass Sebastian after I done got my ass whooped? Oh, fuck y'all. I'm
You
doing
want me to
this.
you want to fight the
Fuck y'all.
super middleweight squeezing down here? Get bent.
No, really a light heavyweight because Sebastian's second fight was at light heavyweight, bro.
Jesus
Legit.
Christ.
His second fight was a light heavyweight. The second and third fight
yeah.
was that. You
When
know what I mean?
when Mendoza knocked him out, I ain't never see a 154 pounder hit the floor that hard. I just let you know he carrying 175.
Yo, listen, bro. Listen, bro. Fucking Sebastian, man. That's like when you knock the lampshade over and it's broke forever. You know, like if I knock that lamp, ain't no
That's when you
fixing
sweeping that
shit.
shit under the you sweeping that shit under the couch and be like, no, honey, I don't know what happened to the lamp. I think the dog ate
Yeah,
it.
like he got hit, and the funny shit is he was embarrassed that he got hit because he was on the floor like
Talking to the ref like give me a break, ref. Like,
Right, you're right. He looked the rep in the eyes, holding his hands up like, I don't know what happened.
yo, silly like this on the floor, like
I'm like, dude, get up.
they brought
Damn,
the
man.
stool.
oh
You
shit.
really gonna count me
He
out?
looked over to the side and there was his sister going, "If you don't get the fuck up, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you."
Oh shit,
Hey,
that
what's
was
that?
fucking
What's that old
yo,
line from the Brady Bunch? Mom and Dad always said, "Don't play ball in the house."
They
right?
brought the stool to him. That's crazy. They gotta bring the stool
Cause
to
he got
you.
my God, if you listen to the audio of when that punch landed, bro, like it, yo, that shit lit like he really caught. Pop! You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful knockout. It's a beautiful knockout,
shook.
bro.
The ground shook when it happened.
For real. But yeah, like you could just see that like Spence is kind of going against the grain with the way that he's moving because how could it have been you guys' plan to put Spence in the ring with that fucking guy? But you know, behind what happened to him, like, yeah, y'all was trying to cash him out. You know, that's what that was. Like, okay, we're gonna feed Spence to Sebastian to try to make Sebastian a star. And Spence said, why you think he went on social media and said after the fight fell apart, I'm gonna come back when I feel like coming back? He said that. I'm gonna come back when I feel like coming back. You see? Like and how do you, like I said, how do you end up going to Australia? How does that happen? Like,
The
yeah,
fight the
I'm gonna go.
dude Fundora beat. The fight the dude Fundora beat twice.
Exactly.
He
Exactly.
gonna be
I
playing.
think
Right?
I think he's seen that they were trying to use him as a human shield. Because you remember at that time, Crawford was coming for Fundora.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, and you know, Samson was trying to use Spence as a human shield. Oh, we want the Spence fight. It's a bigger fight. Da 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 da. I think Spence seen that like, nah. Y'all trying to use me as a shield. Go catch that fade with Bud.
Right.
Now,
And now I don't
Well,
really know. I don't know exactly what Fundora gonna do, because they was saying that he was gonna fight Josh Kelly, that they was talking, but I felt like that shit went cold. That was weeks ago. Y'all said that shit. We ain't heard nothing about it since. And the other thing is, look, man, that Tom Cruise looking motherfucker, he will sell out there before you sell out here. Sebastian, it's sad because Sebastian's actually fun to watch, but like, yo, dog, it's
Yeah.
always empty seats at your fights, bro.
Yeah.
Always, bro.
He's
Like
getting the
this,
current treatment.
that
Well,
shit
he
like
is
Applebee's
Ronald Davis.
on a Tuesday, bro. Like it's just
Well,
empty
you know,
seats all over the fucking place, bro.
well, Jules, you never know. They may finally make the Virgil Ortiz fight. I'm sorry,
I don't
couldn't
think
say
they're
it.
gonna make
Straight
that
to
fight.
you.
I think he gonna move up for the WBC mandatory because it isn't a
He
coincidence
could,
that Carlo Adames moved up.
yeah. And Jesus Ramos has the interim, so you could see Fundora versus Ramos for the interim, but don't forget about Jaime. You got to ask yourself, who would the WBC prefer have that title?
This is my question
Sebastian
with you though. This is my question
or
with you.
Jaime?
Do you think Jaime could get down to 60? He
With
looked massive yesterday.
with them
want
Eddie
to.
Reynoso protein shakes, bro. All things is possible, bro.
All things are
is
possible.
possible. All things is possible, bro.
Look, a
He
new
gon'
gym just opened up, so you're gonna see a laboratory. You're gonna see some smoke coming out of that
For
gym.
real, it's gonna be smoke coming out the basement of that motherfucker, bro. You gonna be hearing pop, 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 explosions coming out that shit.
Bro, it's gonna be an episode of Breaking Bad.
For real, yo, it's Dexter's laboratory, bro.
Yo,
Like,
I ain't gonna lie. He get down to 60 something. Yeah, you on something, bro. Like I'm gonna believe the reports that you was on something because you was
my God,
big yesterday. You was a big dude yesterday.
the only thing it takes to be a middleweight is ignore Yanni Beck. As long as you willing to ignore Yanni Beck, we are all middleweights. Bro. That's what you gotta do. Just act
And
like
let's
he's
be
not
fair,
there.
that's a really easy thing to do, ignoring Yanni Beck.
That's the easiest shit to do, bro. Long as you don't like who? I'm talking about sir.
What the fuck's a Yanni Beck?
As long as you willing to ignore that dude, who the fuck is that? I don't got none of them shits. How don't you talk
That's
about?
some foreign car, or
Right?
something?
Like
What? Nickelback? Nah.
right. I don't drive
Bro.
a Yanni Beck. I don't know what y'all talking about. I don't
No,
drive
the
that, so
joke
I don't know what y'all talking about.
No, the joke I used to
Yeah,
make all the time was, I don't think Yanni Beck's a real person because I had never seen him fight, and neither have any of you. Like,
No, for real, like
Nobody
if
seen
you
nobody.
really took if you took Yanni Beck out of it, right? You don't got nothing to worry about at 160. You not really though, like you don't have nothing to worry. Oh shit, ammo, look out, Ammo Williams. Oh shit. Oh Laura was fucking 46. Oh shit, I better be careful.
Cuban years.
Better look out.
Ammo Williams is really retarded.
I'm about to say, I think he on the spectrum for real.
No, really? Not ammo.
Yo, yeah, he trashed the gym. He got mad and he had a meltdown, trashed the gym, and then went home and made a diss track for Eddie.
Yeah,
That's
I remember
retarded.
that. That was during the pandemic.
That's
That-
retarded.
That sounds
Oh,
like
he
the
put
gayest
he
shit.
put it on Instagram. I remember he put it on Instagram, and I don't even know why he was mad at Eddie, but it was like, yo, it was either like I think either he's autistic, something is wrong with him though.
Yeah,
Like
he
if
on the
you saw the
spectrum for
video,
sure.
something
He put the diss
something
track
about him is off. Like
Bro,
can-
he could have opened an OnlyFans account and sucked 12 dudes' dicks, and that would have been less gay than what he did there. You fucking diss track.
What?
God.
yo, but yeah, he's wailing. But if you think about it, like yeah, Sebastian could move up. Mungia, he's literally talking about moving down. And like I said, who do you really think Mauricio would prefer end up with the vacant WBC title? Like, bro, he want Jaime to have that shit.
Yeah.
He want
I mean,
Jaime
you
to
see
have
the
that
reaction after his fight with Resendiz, man. People love him.
right? Like he's back in the shit. And the shit is that Jaime, even though look, Jaime is not some huge draw in America, but in Mexico they do know him. He's been promoted by Zanfer for fucking years. They know that dude down there. So yeah, they would prefer to give him that WBC title, and they probably will. You know, Munguia versus Jesus Ramos, not a bad little fight. Man,
I'd
not a
watch
bad little fight. Because Jesus is the
But-
interim,
But
but
I do have,
Jesus ain't
I
worth
have to
no
make a
fucking
quick
money.
correction. I have to make a
Good.
quick correction
Yes.
because as PBC constantly said last night, it's pronounced Resendiz.
Bro.
I fucking
Yo,
hate those assholes.
whatever,
Yo,
bro.
send these
Listen, bro.
nuts, bro.
Fucking Jesus Ramos, like, bro, nobody needs for Jesus to be a middleweight champion, bro. Like, look, look, bro. Yo, look, bro.
I think PBC got the most manufactured champions.
Yeah,
They
they
got
do.
they got the what champions?
They got the most manufactured champions.
Oh yeah, and the least amount of Ring and Magazine champions. You notice none of them hold the Ring Mag champ belt.
Like PBC.
Right.
PBC is like when you on 2/5 and they got all them fucking shirts, they shit, like all them shit. Like I have Pac on the shirt, have big one. It's like, yeah, that's how PBC make champions. They got a stencil at home and they just print that
You know,
shit.
you washed it one time and it's over.
right. Fucking Pac eye falling out.
Yo,
right?
haven't
Eye
I
chipped
haven't I
off.
that this guy Gilbert got fucking 3D printer for his WBA belts? That's why I keep spamming that shit.
For real, yo, like that's what's going on. Like that's how PBC make champions. But it's like with Jesus, come on, man. Nobody would give, nobody on earth need for you to be a champion, bro. We not gonna make no money, bro. We not making no money with you, Jesus.
Everybody touch a belt over there. Pitbull, everybody touch a belt for a few minutes and this is done.
For real. For real.
Yo, that shit is like the shit. You remember the shit at the Apollo? Before you go on stage, you gotta rub that shit. You gotta rub that shit. That's
the wood, the tree oak. Oh,
yeah, shit, whatever that shit was, you gotta rub that shit before you hit the stage for good luck. That's PBC. You rub a WBA title, you gotta rub it in between your legs, and then you hit the stage. That shit crazy over there, bro. That shit crazy over there, bro. But like, yeah, that's how it is. Like, look, Isaac got a belt because Rayo got a belt because Rolly had got a belt. No, wait, what was it? No. Rayo got a belt because Isaac got a belt. Who did Isaac get that fucking belt from?
right?
I think he
That's
did
what
get
they
it from
were-
Rolly.
There you go.
Right.
Rolly got it from Barroso.
Right. Rolly. He didn't win it from Barroso because Barroso didn't have it neither. It was vacant.
Yeah.
And he
The
didn't
fucking
beat
shit. And he didn't beat Barroso neither. Not really. But so that's how it went there. Rayo got a belt because Isaac got a belt because Rolly got a belt. And Gary got a belt because Rayo got a belt. And now you see that the shit, they're like, yeah, this shit is just bizarre, bro. Like this shit is crazy over here, bro. Like this shit is wild over here.
Who beat Gary? Who's the guy that beat Gary? I can't think of his name.
Fucking Puelo. Puelo
Yeah.
beat him. Fuck, bro. Yo, that shit over there, that shit is really like musical chairs, bro. Like, yeah, that shit wild over there. Like, they got a whole lineage that ain't made out of nothing. And it starts with Rolly. The whole lineage.
Bro, it's like that meme of that dude who's like looking around doing all these complicated geometric equations in his head. That's how I have to keep track of the PBC title changes, man. It's like, oh, he beat him because he beat him because he threw a bunch of punches that didn't land.
Yo,
fuck.
Fucking,
remember that photo they had of the gala back in 2018? They were on stage, they all had belts.
Yeah.
Yeah, they basically handed it to them. It's like, yo, before you come in here, here's one for you.
Right, like a shirt.
Exactly.
Yeah, like when you if you go to a Knicks
Your
game
window
and they
dressing.
shoot, you go to a Knicks game and they shoot that cannon, they got the t-shirts in it. Except it's WBA titles when they do that shit, bro.
Some people get a gold, some people get a gold, some people get a silver.
right. That shit is. But Rolly,
get the regular.
Rolly has been a welterweight champion for not fighting a welterweight. And you know it's almost been a year since that fight, right, y'all? It's been about a year.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But this the goofy shit. Like for real. Like really look at it. This is the goofy shit that the Nico Ali Walshes and all these fucking weirdos on Twitter. This the shit y'all like.
They
This is
should send.
goofy ass shit.
They should
You
send.
like-
Nico, they should send Nico to the PBC.
Yo. He'll fit right. Like, yo, dog, forget it.
He'll
At
fit right the fuck
PBC,
in, man.
my God, he'll be Sugar Nico. Sugar Nico. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
He'll be slipping all type of shit.
Hey, he'll be a champion. He'll be a champion.
Yo, you know, if
In
I'm
a
saying,
year.
yo, all Nico got to do is go to middleweight and ignore Yanni back. And yo, that's it. That's all you got to do. Ignore Yanni back, and you're a middleweight. It's a contract. It's in the contract. Long as you don't talk about that motherfucker or nothing, we straight.
Yo, at the PBC, you
Don't
do,
say
you do
his
not
name.
listen.
He won't appear.
At the PBC, you do not hear, and you hear.
Yeah, you guys got your pick together.
That's what you hear. There's no title transfer.
You
Via the
fucking
ring.
wait until he's drinking something, you piece of shit.
Oh, you got jewels on that one, man. I didn't know.
You got me.
You don't hear new. That's what you hear.
Yo, but I mean, like, but really though, like, yeah, it is like that though. Like, really look at it. Like, you don't the transference, the traditional method. Like, no, you don't see that shit over there, bro. Like, that shit is straight emails and PDF files, bro. Straight up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all
Shit.
got your picks together for this weekend?
Yo, man, I'm still. You talking about Wardley and Dubois, right? You talking about Wardley and Dubois?
On that one, yeah.
I got Wardley
Yo,
on
that's
that.
I got
Yo.
Dubois.
Yo, listen, Daniel, the shit is like, look, Daniel is a lot of things, man, but I wouldn't want like that motherfucker. He's coming to fight. Like, yeah, he ain't.
Bro, look how many wars Worley been through in the last
I'm gonna make a country
4 or
type
5
pick.
fights.
If Worley doesn't rearrange Dubois' jaw like he did to Big Phrase, then I'm picking Dubois.
The shit is that I would say this is what I'm wrestling with. I believe Wardley hits harder than Daniel, and I believe that Wardley is more capable of ending this fight with a single punch than Daniel. But if you notice, even in all these fights that Fabio wins where he turns it around, that's after he get his ass kicked.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
That's after he done took.
He ain't been hit. He ain't been hit by somebody who punches as hard as Dubois.
No.
And
that's the point. That's the point I'm making, country. That if you get hit by Daniel the way you was getting hit by Hooney, or the way you was getting hit by Parker, yeah, you may not get the chance to land that big one. You might not.
Yeah.
So
my counter argument to that is Daniel don't move his head like those two do.
Yeah, Fabio don't move it either, bro. Why you think his nose look like that?
Fabio moving like neither one of them moves, but one.
Listen, Fabio is not out here. He not out here walking through the water without getting wet, bro. I'm just saying,
fuck no. He ain't sugar.
Who y'all think is quicker to the draw though? Who you think?
Fabio.
Man, that might be the difference.
But like I said, even with the Hail Mary finisher, he takes a lot of punishment before it gets to that point. He take a lot of punishment. So, and that's what I'm wrestling with. I'm like, yo, do I think Fabio gonna get it off quick, or is Daniel gonna Zenio him? And listen, Daniel one of them lucky dog ass. Daniel's one of them lucky dog ass motherfuckers, and like he'll be retarded as shit and pull the finest bitch. He's that guy. Like, he's that guy. Like, you think this
and then
retarded
dump him
ass
for a hotter bitch.
Right? Like you can't really count Daniel, especially as a heavyweight. Look, that's what I like about Daniel. Look, I ain't trying to be in here being the boxer, the sugar shit. I ain't sitting here trying to talk to you about fucking Nicolino Loche and shit. I'm here to fuck people up, bro. You have to fuck me up because I'm here to fuck you up. I'm Daniel.
Wally got.
I got. I got to bring that video out where I had him eating the crayon and doing a backflip. Y'all see that shit?
I'm here to beat ass and eat crayons, and I'm all out of crayons.
First shit I did when the AI shit came out, I said, "Yo, imagine Daniel Dubois eating crayons and he do a backflip in the kitchen."
Hey, and then you got a picture of Rolly looking at him in the background. Hey, and then you got a picture of Rolly being in the background looking at him, hella jealous and shit. He got his box of crayons.
Yo, I posted that shit to Instagram. I think Shannon the Cannon like that shit on Instagram. I was like, yo, I got him in the kitchen eating crayons and shit.
Me and me and somebody mother is following each other. Regis, me and Regis' mother's friends on, on Instagram.
Yeah, what you doing, bro? Yo, that dude retired, B. So he got a lot of time for shit. You better be careful. Be careful. He's retired now, so he got all type of time.
She got some money.
Next,
I'm a bagger.
Yo, listen. Next thing you know, you're gonna see Herb on the zone, like you know what I'm saying. Ringside, like, yo, what's good, fellas? What's good? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Shit is crazy. But look, on that note, I'm fucking going to sleep. I got gym in the morning. I'll see y'all on the next one.
Night, fellas.
Peace, everybody.
Night, y'all. Check out that video I sent you, Jules.